Who get hurt, Cody? Oh, fantasy.
It's Sunday.
Fantasy football and Cody.
But he was doing fine when I left the fucking bar. God damn it.
Well, welcome back to Crashcast.
You ready for this?
Crack it open,
Yeah, we're
boys.
recording, Cody.
Okay.
We're always recording.
We're back.
I mean, I assume, but like
The room is always on.
you just
We
got me as soon as I
are-
started bitching.
Fucking back. No, we waited.
It's like an Alexa, this room, but except it's just listening. There's no feedback.
Except it's just listening.
No, Alexa.
So it's the same.
The Alexa in this room just refuses to acknowledge.
Right.
It
It's
just
very, it's very opinionated and rude.
Alexa, do this.
Nah.
Mine the other day, I just wanted to listen to some random music, and I literally play me something random. It only played me All Star by Smash Mouth every single time.
I'm glad I wasn't
It
in that
was
room because I would have
so-
destroyed it.
It was so garbage. Like I was so mad. I did it 8 times in a row just to see, and no, it would only just start that song over and over.
Well, all right.
I was so mad.
I would be mad
Just
too.
get-
I
I
would
was
have.
like, literally, just play me something random.
I would have went to my garage. I'd have got my hatchet. I would have went upstairs and hatcheted the Alexa to death. Oh, that was a power surge.
just go out?
What the fuck?
That
Okay, well, this podcast might be cut short. Good thing I'm on backup power. If you heard that beep, that's what that was.
yeah.
Did it restart when you did that, or
No, it's
it
still
just stayed
going.
on?
Yeah.
It's an instant.
Okay.
That's like $1,000 power supply.
Well, I was
So.
about to say, as soon as it happens, it just trips back on, right?
It's immediate.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
actually pulling the power from the battery. So when the power goes out, it's not. It actually hits
no
the surge
interruption?
protector. It doesn't hit the
Loop.
the computer and stuff.
Right.
And if that blows, I registered it. They said they'd pay for everything, so that's why I bought it. That was really the lifetime.
Oh yeah, dude.
Anything happens, insurance.
Speaking of lifetime warranty, I took that symbol up to Guitar Center and I talked to Chris, and Chris just said there's just a pro coverage number that I just need to call. So well, I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
We got to mail it in.
They may just send one out.
Oh, okay.
That's the way Chris was saying. He was just like, oh, dude, he's like, it's just a pro coverage number. Just look it up online and just talk to them, and they should have one out to you in a couple days.
Okay. Well,
So-
that's dope.
Yeah, so I got to make a call to DJ tomorrow to remind him. He's been, he's been busy doing shit
Right.
with Sarah. So he finally has that link for the Dropbox.
Sweet.
So we can finally move that along. And I told him about pushing Millipede because I don't have that much Millipede stuff left to do
Yeah.
for this second CD. I said I just want to maybe push it back just so we can at least get started on the My Hands to War stuff. So next time I go out there, me and him are just going to either immediately start or we're just going to hash out ideas on what we want, like sound wise.
Okay.
But he does want you and me to come out there.
Mix. Right. The Lame Johnny stuff, or
No, I'm talking about from when we start My Hands to War.
he wants both of us out there.
He wants both of us out there just to kind of get an idea on what we want.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of all that crazy music bullshit, Lame Johnny, boys, we're back from, we'll call it a tour. It was more like a food survey of the middle
Midwest.
western half of the United
It was tight
States.
though.
It was tight. Had a lot of fun. Met some really cool dudes. We'll get into all that bullshit. But the original idea was to do a podcast every day, and I think I might have mentioned it on another one, which clearly I fucking failed. It was just too many things happening and way too much time, and I only had 2 inputs, and just it was a fucking disaster.
Plus our downtime wasn't real. Our downtime was honestly spent like
driving.
or just recovering.
Yeah.
Like waking up and just like kind of waking up for the day.
Okay, so we start the fucking tour off. Me and Justin are deathly ill. Day fucking 1.
I was fine.
And Cody was fine.
Cody was hungover, but he was fine.
Day 3, Cody got sick. And then, so we're deathly ill. It's literally the day we left, it was in the 60s. The morning we woke up, it was in the 30s. And it stayed 30 and below the entire fucking time. And then,
Because the weather forecast was 60 all the way up.
dude, yeah, I checked the weather before we left, and I was like, dude, this is going to be amazing. Perfect temperatures. I've got a little cold, but it should go away because I'm going to be sweating and stuff. No big deal. Yeah, no. It was a fuck fest of shit.
A fuck fest of shit.
Cody still hung up on how sick we made him.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't appreciate Kentucky's 19 degrees having ass either.
You talking about bone chilling. Or how about
Before the win.
checking the weather literally the night before driving to Chicago and waking up with 2 inches of snow. Like, that was fun.
Yeah.
And also in the Windy City, and also still sick as fuck. And we were not ready.
No.
We were not prepared clothing wise. I wore like a flannel and a hoodie in sub-zero fucking Chicago temperatures in the snow, just straight to your bones.
Yeah.
The cold.
I was trying to think when I got back from tour. I think it was that Saturday we got back before we played the show on Sunday.
Yeah.
I was talking to Carrie, and she was like, "What's the last time you remember like being that cold?" Because I told her about it being 19 in Louisville.
Yeah.
I was like, I honestly can't remember a time where it was that cold and it was that windy.
2000, the big freeze.
Oh shit, that sucked.
The ice storm.
The ice storm in 2000. Or was it 01? I can't remember.
It was
2000.
Just 2000?
It's either 2000 or 2001.
Because I think we just celebrated an anniversary.
Yeah. Well, that it came up on somebody's profile, and then like everybody was like, "Oh yeah, no, I remember where I was." Fucking you. I mean, I don't even think you know that fucking where the garden is. There used to be a giant ass fucking pine tree landed on the fucking house.
Gross. At your parents?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
we were,
god.
we were without power for like 3 or 4 days.
We were out without power right here, right next to the interstate, 2 weeks.
Fuck.
Yeah, no power for 2 whole weeks. We used to be the grid system here. We're located in Bryant. The grid here was actually shared with Benton. And so
This whole grid?
this whole side of the grid was actually shared across lines. So like their side went out, but Bryant's didn't, and we were connected to their side. And they had way more outages in more centralized spots. So ours was like one of the last to get, even though we're right here, my neighbors down the street had power,
We're just not in this
but
area.
just not right here in this part of the road.
That's fucking
Oh,
ridiculous.
it was the worst, dude.
Doesn't make any sense. Where did you go?
Here, we just had blankets and shit, candles. It sucked. Turn the oven on, close every door in the house, sleep in the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good old Southern boy shit.
But yeah, Chicago.
Well,
I mean,
the whole
where were
tour in general, I mean, so we started out, we drove to Memphis, played a show for literally no one, and let's just way too fucking much. So
Well, you're
20 years of fucking playing music, and this is the first time this has ever happened. So we show up, no big deal. It's a house show. Seems legit. The people are nice as fuck. We're loading in gear, and the other band shows up, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna go get beer." We're like, "Cool, man. You can see the liquor store from the fucking house.
Yeah.
You can literally physically
It's like
see
half a block.
It's literally it's right diagonal left. It's right fucking there next to a gas station."
Yep.
Okay, cool, man. No problems. An hour goes by. We're like, okie dokie, let's start. So we start fucking playing to basically the homeowner and the 2 people who booked the show. Hooray! And the local band comes back, catches all but 2 of the songs. The first 2, they missed the first 2. They came in on the second song.
Yeah.
Watch it, they're headbanging, they're having a good time. They leave during the last song. We're like, okay, cool. They're probably going to go get their gear, like mentally. That's what I'm telling myself. Oh, they're probably going to get their gear. They'll be right back in. And we get done, and we're all hanging out. And then I think it was me goes, "Where's the other band at with the stuff?" And somebody walks outside and goes,
They're gone.
"They're gone."
Yeah, they're completely gone.
Oh, okay. So
And they're from Australia.
they're from Australia. First shitty Aussies I've ever met.
yeah.
That was a
I mean, shout out to Will and Haley for helping us put that on.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
You know, letting us hang out at their house for a little bit.
which was dope.
Yeah.
Cool house.
And that started a trend. Everywhere we went, there was a dog.
Oh yeah.
I think that's just. It's not really like, oh, that's a super cool fact that there was a dog in every place that you guys were at. It's just interesting that other than the hotel, every house that we stayed at,
Right.
there was a dog.
There was a dog.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a weird line to connect all that.
And
shit.
one had that strange tiny cat. That black
when we
cat.
stayed in Knoxville.
Nah, no. Not Knoxville, because that was Brad's house.
Was that Nashville?
That was in Nashville.
Oh, that was Nashville the second time
second
after
night,
we met up
yeah.
with Weekwell. Yeah, because the first time was at Cameron and Luke's. Shout out Cameron and Luke for letting me sleep in their guest bedroom.
Oh yeah, dude,
and-
that was the shit.
and fart so much on Cody's air mattress that it made him move to the couch in the living room.
Yeah, everybody fucking snores apparently.
Yeah.
So I had
Sorry,
to deal
bud.
with that every
I was just sick.
goddamn night.
I actually usually don't. I was
You
just
didn't
sick.
do it until they stopped doing it.
Well, I
Snore
like-
tennis.
I was about to say, I've only been told 2 other times in my life that I snored. So when you told me I snored, I'm like, bro, I've been on this earth fucking almost 31 years. I don't believe you. I've got science to back it up.
Oh, you fucking did.
Well, yeah. I apparently did.
Well, and then the one fucking time Cody snores, you caught it on tape.
I still have it.
And then
I watched it the other day in case when you said, hey, let's do a podcast. So I've got it right here, just ready.
I woke myself up doing that.
You had earphones in.
Yeah.
I know.
My little trick didn't work for Cody.
No.
The white noise app?
Yeah.
Dude, once you told me to download it, I think it was like the 4th or 5th day we were out.
Yeah.
Dude, especially when we slept in the hotel room, like I felt Tanner move once and I put my headphones in, put it on. I think I had, it was like, I downloaded like light drizzle in some sort of city.
Yeah.
It's basically some dude sitting out in his car in a driveway.
yeah.
Just like light pitter patter and all that stuff. Crank that shit, boom.
Out like a baby. I use air conditioner.
I tried the louder ones. I just couldn't do it. It was just a little too much.
Too much. I like the alternating frequencies. It blocks out more frequencies coming, like incoming.
Yeah.
Plus, those AirPods have some noise cancellation on them. So, like, I guess maybe that's more it.
That will make sense.
This is awful. I had to stack like rainforest, fan, white noise. Like I literally just kept throwing fucking noises on there until finally the 5th day it finally fucking worked.
Cody had
The
loud
least amount of sleep.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
maybe. Because after we would wake up, he would stay asleep, and then I would basically drive for hours on end.
But I couldn't really sleep in the car either.
Dude, the drive home, Cody saved our life. After we got to, so the last show of the tour, we're coming home from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, all the way to Bryan, Arkansas, which is 7 full hours, and we're pulling a trailer going 65, so it's actually 8 hours. We actually showed up half an hour later than we were supposed to, even because of the stops.
Right.
And Carlisle and then Cabot, right? I do believe that's the proper...
Oh, that's that stretch that you were talking about?
There was a stretch where between Carlisle and Cabot. So Cabot is when the city lights start to kind of pop. The sky gets a little more pink. There's businesses with the lights on. So like your eyes adjust and go, oh, it's daylight. Let's be awake. Dude, between Carlisle and that, boy,
Nothing.
I was hallucinating straight up. And Cody's over here like showing me articles on his phone. And I was like, yeah. Oh, God. He was like, why didn't you just say something? That's why I stayed up, so I could help drive. And I was like, dude, I was going, man. If I would have stopped, I'd have fucking died, I think.
Yeah, luckily Cody had some, shout out to Wall Drill, the Walgreens version of Benadryl, because Benadryl is like a drug that, I take one and I'm out pretty good.
Same.
But he was like, I took one, we hadn't even left. We weren't even done loading in. Loading out. We had everything kind of out, but we hadn't finished loading the trailer.
Talking about in Kentucky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cody was like, hey man, he's like, I still got one of those wall drills. So I went back while Weak Will was playing, grabbed a cup and like put some water in it, took the pill, gave Jordan a hug while they're playing. And I said, I'll see you guys in Little Rock on Sunday. And then the next thing I know, we shut the trailer door. We stopped at that one gas station right outside. Because I had to go in and get some change.
Oh yeah,
it was like
yeah,
it was like $6, something like that. And then I laid my head down on my bag, and the next thing I know, we're about 5 miles out from your house, and you're like, "What's up, buddy? You missed a bunch of shit."
Yeah, you did.
You could pop up every now and then, like look around, and then just lay the fuck back down.
That's the thing. If I'm on medicated sleep, if I wake up in the middle of it and I open my eyes, I don't remember doing that.
You definitely did. We even talked to you, and
really?
You didn't say nothing back.
You were just like,
yeah.
Well,
when me and John used to live here, John and I would both have, because Kaylee walked in on us one time. We were literally having conversations with ourselves while we were asleep.
Yep.
Well, we were like, he would ask a question, I would answer it, but we were both actually asleep.
Sounds like the gay shit y'all would do.
I mean, we did have we were 2 grown men
sleeping in the dopest bunk bed.
That bunk bed was a shit.
It was the size of a fucking room, dude. And this table is currently made out of it.
And I had to sleep on the top bunk, which means if I lifted up higher than 3 inches, my face would have hit the ceiling.
Yup. Because that was a smart idea of putting the 6'2" guy on the top bunk.
I didn't have a choice. He had already claimed it by the time I got back.
What a bitch ass.
I agree.
You should have just smacked him in his throat and been like, no. I mean, you could.
I always want to be on the top. I'm just always scared on bunk bed. The fucking top one's gonna fall on me if I'm on the bottom.
I've like because we had the ladder and everything. I've literally just fell off the top.
Yeah. My brother did that too. That same bedroom, we used to have bunk beds as kids, and he fell off the bed, landed rib cage first on a tackle box, shattered it in pieces, kept sleeping.
Shattered his rib cage?
No, shattered the tackle box. It was filled with like fishing lures and shit.
Yeah, just nothing.
Covered in hooks. Just smashed it all to fuck, rolled over, and was still asleep.
Damn.
Never even fucking blinked, dude.
That's.
I woke him up. I was like, yo. He's like, what? I was like, you just fell off the fucking bed.
Yo.
And broke the fucking tackle box.
How
You're
are you
like,
not
huh?
bleeding everywhere?
No.
Yeah. So.
I mean, I had bunk beds growing up, but I was the only child, so like the bottom was like my little cave.
Yeah.
And it had like a little but it had a slide that came off the top too. So
Damn.
I could climb up top, do that, and then just slide the fuck down.
Rich boy.
It was made out of fucking like
I had a
some like
slide on my bed.
no, like my mom built it. Like it was like
No,
like
not
plywood.
Not even fucking
like,
that. Just
she literally
I
just
was
went to Home Depot and got some slick shit and fucking put that on top of wood and it worked.
not even like I had a slide on this. I was like, you had a fucking bunk bed and you were an only child. You dick.
Not the bottom part though.
That is pretty awesome though. Kind of wish I had it.
Yeah.
I wish I had a slide bed.
I had a mid-level too that had like a recliner and stuff, so I could like
What
watch
the
TV
fuck?
and shit. She
How
just-
tall was your bedroom?
She's fucking ingenuitive. She just fucking likes to build shit.
Ingenuitive. Word of the day is
Ninja nudity.
ninja nudity.
This fucking
You
guy
guys
last
ever
night-
seen a naked ninja? Nah.
This dude came in last night. Do I have to be a patronage to go to the bathroom?
What?
I was like, what? I was like, yeah. Do I have to be a patronage to use the bathroom? I was like, just go pee, man. Okay, cool. I was like, did he mean patron? Like, I don't think he knew how to use that word. I don't.
Are you patronizing your patrons?
I was confused the fuck out of me. Like, and I was talking to like one of the other bartenders. We're both like, what was he talking about? Like, I don't. He's a little rough looking dude.
Oh, you
like
know.
he didn't
Probably
He didn't
sleeps
make
in the
all the
street.
sense.
It's okay.
Probably, more than likely.
And
So-
it's cold out there, so let him
Yeah.
use all the wrong words. Anyway, so not mine and Justin's first tour, but Cody, this was your first tour, correct? Okay. He's drinking beer. I mean, you said but it was kind of like, oh.
Yeah,
It was like a fish.
Kids left his imagination. Then
Okay.
What was he doing?
Well, I'll just edit that part out.
So, experience-wise,
Oh. Yeah. I think we learned of much.
oh yeah, no, I mean,
so much.
I mean, and it's not even like, and some of this is stuff that you and I already knew from the last one, but it was just we should have been better prepared. But
Yeah, we went out way unprepared, dude.
yeah, I was more so asking Cody, like experience-wise, like, did you enjoy yourself? Did you have fun?
I did. I just had to look at you too much, and I just hated that. That was the worst part.
Backseat buddies.
Just goddamn, just look over. You just do the look and this. You know what we're doing?
Well, hopefully next time we won't be in a fucking 3-seat fucking Forerunner.
Well, to be fair, Cody and I got a lot closer.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
Jokes aside.
Yeah, I know.
It was all right.
No, we were never truly at each other's throats.
We did eat a ton of food that we don't have here, which is also great.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all got to go to the Sliders place. Like I said, it's one of my favorite places to go in Memphis.
Dude, that fucking
Wait,
joint.
you had already been there before?
Yeah, I go there all the time.
Yeah, when I
I
told
didn't know
him
that.
No,
if I don't go to
'cause
Rendezvous, I go there.
my buddy Ronnie was like, "Yo, dude, you're going to Memphis. You have to go to Sliders Inn." And I was like, oh, "Okay." And so the first day we went to Silky O'Sullivan's, and then when we came back through Memphis on the third day,
Yeah.
we stopped on purpose just to go to that Sliders
And it was-
Inn joint.
oh, so great.
My God. If you have not eaten at Sliders Inn, you have to go. It's the best, honestly, fucking slider whatever. I mean, that shit was amazing.
Oh, dank.
It was cheap too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I spent $12 after a tip for 3 giant double bacon double meat with bacon and cheese. And what was it? Pimento mac and cheese? Is
Yeah.
that what we got?
No, that was a Hattie B's. You got
That was a
the
Hattie
chili
B's.
cheese fries.
I got the
there.
chili cheese fries. That's right.
Yeah.
Damn, that shit was good,
So you
dude.
got
Also, it's got some little fancy shit. Like I had a fucking bowl of lobster bisque, and I
Yeah.
paid I was about to say $15 for mine.
And you got the steak?
I switched it
flat
up. I got like the jerk, the buffalo, and then
Right.
the original.
Right. And we also learned something new about Cody. He gets a to-go for every single meal.
It's not on purpose.
Yeah, well, no, dude. You gotta understand from two fat dudes
Fatties,
like us,
yeah.
like just seeing someone who we know who can eat as much as we do. Because I've seen you eat.
I mean, I can.
You can put shit down. It's pretty impressive, but just to constantly see you every single meal order a to-go box, it's just like...
Well, what's hilarious at Hattie B's, you had intentionally got double food just so you could take some to go, and then you ate it all anyway.
Yes, and that was a mistake.
You fat motherfucker.
That was totally a mistake.
Look, it was also to save money,
Right.
But also, I knew we were gonna be in the car the whole time, so I don't have to stop and shit every fucking hour. Like
Yeah.
I was trying to prepare.
So Cody's a bit more Boy Scouted than we are.
Also,
I made it to Wolf's.
well, so did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, you were actually in Boy Scout?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
I actually made it all the way to what's the one right before Eagle Scout?
Weeblo.
Yeah.
Which-
I made it all the way there and all the way through it, and then I was like, fuck this. I actually learned a lot. I still use all that shit.
I did
Right.
Poundland Derby, and I was like, all right, I'm out.
I think that's amazing. I think every kid should do something like that.
It was fun
It's
for
amazing.
sure.
Teaches
But
you a ton of shit.
They switched me over, is what they did.
That's
I
what
was
happened to me.
I switched houses.
Yep.
And I moved into more of a churchy house.
Well-
so they have their own version. If you don't know about that,
No, they do, yeah.
But it's not like a survival thing. It's more like Bible verses.
Yeah, and home stuff.
It's Awanas.
Dude, my original counselor, the guy I had through most of it, almost the entire fucking time until his son was in an accident, and then he couldn't do it anymore, and then we got a new person, and then I was like, fuck this person sucks. But like, dude, he was the shit. He took us fucking camping every chance we got, and I mean camping. I don't mean go to like a campground. Like, park your car at the edge of the fucking woods and walk the fuck in and find a spot. He carried a fucking huge revolver, 45 for bears and shit. We had to hang our food in trees. Like, it was legit as fuck. Yeah. My dad was there too. For most of them, dude. It was the shit. Oh man, yeah, just all kinds of fun. I didn't camp in a tent almost ever. We used sleeping bags, and if it rained, we had a tarp we would string up.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, dude. Like, my early years were spent camping for real. That's why when people were like, "We're going camping," I'm like, in a camper, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, that shit ain't camping. Stop calling it that.
I mean, I've done plenty of camping, but like, I mean, I still have a tent. Like, it's not a big tent because you got to carry it.
A little
But,
A-frame.
like, just something. Yeah, it's like a little quick pop up. Which now they fucking you can get. Like, it's like this big.
Dude, yeah, and you throw it, and the whole thing
boom,
explodes into
Here's my
itself.
tent.
It's like putting like water on instant food.
Yeah, it's like some shit out of the Jetsons, dude.
Yeah. You just leave it and it dissolves. Biodegradable.
It's biodegradable tent.
That's fine. I got plenty more.
I
in my
bought
pocket.
9 of these.
I've got one for every day of the week. There's only 7 days a week. Exactly.
If it rains, we're fucked.
It's just one more step towards real life Capsule Corp. That's all it is.
Yep, that's true. We're waiting for it.
But so we're on fucking tour, and then the weather just really is what the real big shit of the whole thing was. Like, we checked the weather reports. Everything was seemingly good. There was no mention of snow in the whole 2-week weather report. And then it was when we got to Knoxville, shit started getting real stupid. Like, Nashville fell through because the locals dropped off. And it's like, and I get a promoter not wanting to house 2 out-of-state bands and just being like, no one's going to show up here. There's no. And I was like, okay, I get that. So we went ahead and drove to Knoxville that next day, and then we're supposed to do a show in Columbus, and it's good to go, and we're about to start, and then you check the fucking weather, and it's like, oh, it's snowing its fucking ass off in Ohio, right where we're going. Okay, so now what? So then we got a hotel room. That was the only hotel we had to get, actually.
Yeah, it was that night. Yeah. Well, because it turned into one of those. Wait.
Yeah.
That's the one we got.
On the way back, it was not the Knoxville show.
No.
It was the
That
next
was the
day.
19 degree
Yeah.
fucking Kentucky.
Oh, it
75
was when
cent
we
a
went up to.
gallon
We
milk.
were already in Kentucky. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, because we had gone to.
We were trying to make it.
No, I know, but we got to stop at that Kentucky spot because,
And go for the milk.
bro, 75-cent gallon milk, 45-cent half gallon milk.
I forgot already.
That was the coldest night.
Yup.
That was so fucking cold. It was one of those things where like us and Weak Will parked next to each other. We couldn't even barely roll down.
Oh
the
yeah,
window.
we forgot to. We were on tour with a band from Louisiana, New Orleans, adjacent to New Orleans. They're from all over. They're like in the suburbs of New Orleans.
Weak Willed.
This band called Weak Willed, and they were fucking awesome, all of them. It's like,
Yeah.
it was like one of those things where like, I don't know if it's because this tour was a massive struggle, but we were instantly friends.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we all know each other already.
I was skeptical. I was like, man, I'm gonna hate not like one or two of these motherfuckers. Like, god damn it, I'm gonna be stuck with them for a week. And then like literally an hour in, I'm like, all right, cool. I actually like everybody.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, y'all are in the car, and I'm in with Walmart with them, fucking around with them. Like
Instantly.
it was nothing. Yeah,
It was like night fucking one. We're already all buddies.
Yeah, I mean, like you start having these conversations, like getting to know these people, and like
Wait,
I linked with the bassist because he uses the same music program. Their vocalist Jordan's he was just cool to hang out with.
Very cool.
Bobby's fucking chill as shit. I mean, their drummer and I both love Mega Man and Every Time I Die. So
Jesse,
yeah.
Yep.
And then the only one I didn't really like get to know was Andrew, just because he ran merch the whole night.
Oh well, yeah. Well, we just never saw him as much because he was. I got to talk to him at where the fuck were we? I think it was
Chicago.
No. Well, after that, Elizabethtown.
Town.
Like before that, when I'd woke up, and dude, I felt like shit that whole day.
Oh yeah.
I felt like such. I was even being snappy.
Oh no, that's why I let you go on your own. I was like,
Yeah, I was like, fuck this.
Well, yeah, because we were playing the game, and then you were like, well, I'm gonna go get stuff, and Cody's like, yeah, he's like, I'm just, I'll go with you after that, and then you just kind of just bounce.
I went to put my jacket on. You were like halfway past the building already. I was like, all right. Well,
and so I looked over at Cody. I was like,
My bad, guys.
no, I was just like, are you not going to go with him? He's like, bro. He's like, he's gone.
Yeah.
Like he's out. He's
you
out
weren't
of frame
just
already.
just like walking. You were fucking power walking
Yeah.
with a purpose. I'm like, all right, he's already gone. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
Corey.
running.
To be fair though, Corey was kind of already at that point. I mean, you want to play the show, you want to have fun, you want to have a good time, but he also has this drive because he drove all of it.
Yeah.
All
So
of it.
he had-
3,000 miles, by the way.
Is it
Almost to the mile. I got my oil changed the night before we left.
And you did it when you got back.
And when I got back, I was 20 miles over. So we went over 3,000 miles.
Was that more than when we did the Mind Store tour?
Yes.
How much was the Mind Store?
It was 2,500.
Okay, that makes sense. I meant to ask you that when we
It
met.
was 2,000 actual miles as far as
Distance, point to point.
But as far as like the extra driving, it was 2,500.
Okay.
And I drove that whole thing too.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I trust no one with my shit or my life, so
Yeah.
I'll be the driver forever. But I'm good at it, so you got nothing to worry about. typically.
Exactly.
I'll make sure we're safe.
I would never trust anybody with any of that shit.
Plus, we were
either.
pulling a trailer, man, and the road conditions were less than fucking stellar. And, if you're not used to that kind of shit, especially with a trailer, like that crosswind action and the way trailers
Dude,
move.
if the wind we have outside right now.
That was Chicago, man.
Yeah.
That shit sucked ass. That drive back to, was it, where did we stop? Was it Indianapolis?
Indianapolis, yeah.
It was a town right outside of Indianapolis. It had 2 L's in the name.
Yeah, you see, you
It's a
said
weird
that.
fucking name.
I don't remember.
We actually inadvertently stopped there twice. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But that drive was fucking nightmare shit, dude.
That was worse than the 7-hour or the 8-hour drive back from Kentucky?
Well, yeah, just because of the fear. Like the sheer force of
Fuck
driving.
that. The drive back was scary because all the goddamn truckers are falling asleep at the fucking wheel and like going all over the fucking
while I
road
was
about hitting
asleep?
each other.
Dude, no, there was one guy in particular. Me and Cody were like, "Oh, we're gonna watch a death." Like it was. He swerved. The other truck he noticed it. Thank God. And he had been swerving the whole time we were behind him. That's why we stayed behind him. I was like, "Fuck this." And Cody was like, "Just pull back a little." And I just kind of like, we were going like 60.
I was like, please just back up.
Yeah.
So if something happens, we can slow down. As soon as the gap, I was like, go.
Yeah.
Go now.
Yeah. Oh, dude. There was, when that guy was he tried to pass somebody, 3 sets of trucks, right? When he got to the middle truck, he came over so far right that he was completely in the other lane. And the other truck was on the side. Thank God for wide shoulders, dude. The other trucker reacted and got over as well and honked his horn and shit. And the other guy swerved back over into the other lane. And when he swerved it was one of those double. So it wasn't a single 53-foot trailer. It was 2 chopped up,
Yeah.
So it made like this big ass arc in the middle of the road. I was like, here we go. Here we go. I slowed way down. I just let off the gas. I was like, this is it. This is it. And then he fucking somehow pulled out of it and got in front of the line. And Cody was like, just punt, dude. I can't believe you didn't wake up. When I punched it, that fucking V8, that V8 with that trailer, dude, it was like, woo, 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 we were hauling ass. We hit almost 100 pulling a trailer.
Cause fuck that.
Yeah, dude. It was so scary. And I was already so tired, man. That was like 5 hours in. It was outside of Nashville.
Yeah.
We were already so far into the trip. I was just like, what the fuck is happening, dude?
That's wild. No, I mean, I guess not, man. That sounds like I should have woke up for that. That's crazy.
You probably would have been like, just don't pass him at all. Like, you're so passive. You'd have been like, we're gonna die. He swerved too when we were beside him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, going 100. It was terrifying. It really was scary. I was like, oh shit, man, this might be the one.
It was not fun.
No, it wasn't fun at all. But so the weak wheel dudes were badass. Let's talk about some of the good shit.
Yeah.
Really, what happened to us was, man, the fucking weather just really fucked us. We were halfway to Columbus, and we're like, guys, we can't go. Like, this is going to be dangerous. It's already raining and freezing where we're at. So we stop in that fucking parking lot at that Walmart, and it's like, let's just go to sleep. Fuck it. I was done. I was like, I'm going to bed. I had already got my shit out of the back. I'm covered up, and then y'all wake me up, and it's like, hey, we found a hotel that's going to do us a solid. For both bands, we're going to get 2 rooms for really cheap. I was like, it was like 2 a.m. already.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we're only going to sleep for like 4 hours. I did. And then because I woke up that morning at 8 on the dot and walked my ass down to the fucking gas station, like always, by myself. And when I got back, I stayed in the car for like another hour before you guys even woke up. I was just in the car with the heat on, like, because oh my God. There was no thermostat in there. Remember that? That fucking hotel room was like an oven.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Dude.
Yeah, I woke up.
Sweating. I was literally sweating.
Well, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even sweating. It's like you know when you, because it's kind of the inverse thing too. Like when you feel something so cold on your body that it feels like it's burning.
Yep.
It was the opposite. Like it was so hot that it felt like a cold wave. And as soon as I moved out of it, just instant sweat. I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah.
Oh, I got up and I like was fucking with that thing like hard, like trying to get it to turn the fuck off.
You punched it at one point.
I was mad. I couldn't get it to fucking turn off.
It was
Cody's fucking pissed.
I hate sweating in my sleep.
It had
I hate it.
It had to be 90 degrees in there.
yeah.
What I hate about it is like we paid money to sleep in this. Why? I would
Half
have
the room didn't work. The TV didn't work.
Oh my
That
God,
shit didn't
dude! Like
It was literally just a room with a bed.
that's it. I wish with all of me we would have just turned the heater off. Like fuck it.
I tried.
I know.
I fucking tried.
I don't know how those.
You can always put more layers on. You can never take more layers off, and that's
especially when
the
you're in a
worst.
room full of dudes. It's like, well, I could take a couple things off, but then I'm gonna be naked, and then these guys are gonna be weirded out. It's like, why are you naked? It's 90.
I wouldn't be weirded out, bro. You do whatever the fuck you want, man. You can start cutting off layers of skin. Then I'd be like, all right,
I can see your muscle tissue.
I can
That's
literally
weird.
see your heart flex.
So I'm going with a few good takeaways. Like Weak Willed was a shit. I think we got friends for life out of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they stayed with me that Saturday and Sunday, and like we just hung out at my house.
That's
for
right.
however long.
And like for what it's worth, there's a lot. I feel like they would probably do a lot better with a different crowd.
Yeah, a little bit different.
The crowd at Brewski's wasn't for them. I think if they would have got on like maybe like a Terminal Nation, some sort of heavier.
They would have been way more fitted. And they were actually playing right down the street that night too.
Yeah.
I was like, they would have been perfect for that show.
Yeah.
Almost like we should have just broke the show up.
Right.
Let's have like our scene at one place and their scene at the other place because it would have been better for them. But
I honestly feel like Weak Willed and Eyes Up, like a tour with that style would be awesome.
What were you gonna say, Cody?
Oh no, it's just like they were all kind of like that style besides us, and then just like my sister trying to bring her friend. I was just like, that would have been disastrous. And then he ended up showing up for Thanksgiving and cried at Thanksgiving.
Wait, he did?
The guy that called us the devil's music.
Because she took because my mom was drinking like a vodka grapefruit drink or some shit. She wanted to sip it and took a sip.
And he freaked out?
Yeah, because he's like, no, it's fine. Like, literally, she's just tasting it. No, because like you drink one, and then one turns to two, and two turns three, and then tomorrow you're an alcoholic. Like
tomorrow, wow,
like,
that's fast.
I was like, damn, all right, and yeah, literally like fucking tears. I was like, get this fucking dude out of here, please.
Oh my God, that poor kid. I actually feel sorry for him, man.
I'm tired of seeing his face.
Yeah.
Just go.
That's bad, dude. Well, to put some context into it, he made it through a few of our songs, and I don't know if the people listening are for 1.5. So there you go, 1.5 songs. The people who are familiar with Lame Johnny, like it's aggressive, but it's not that aggressive.
No.
More the vocals are the most aggressive part, I would say. But they're all like the lyrical content is the goofiest shit ever. It's an autobiography that I kind of sort of made up
Of a
about
horse thief.
fictional dude, like an actual guy that existed, but I kind of wrote most of his life
Right.
to my own detail, and a lot of it's like history based, and I say silly things like there's a snake in my boots, like fuck. And he fucking had a mental breakdown and literally started crying and called us the devil's music and had to be escorted out and leave.
I still think that's the coolest shit ever.
I played some of Weak Willed at Thanksgiving, and he had to walk out of the house.
Oh my god.
Because my grandma was there, but like my aunt and everything, like what do they sound like? Like what do they? So I was like, here, they got a YouTube video, check it out. Like, and he just literally was just like shook his head and had to walk outside.
My takeaways were easily getting to me Willed, me hanging out with Bryson City in Chicago.
That part was fucking amazing.
We got to fucking play in Chicago. I don't care if it was to no one. We got to play in
place
Chicago.
either way.
It was the coolest place, and your uncle was the shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Shout out to Cody's uncle
Yeah,
for
he
real.
housed us in like this dope.
You guys go to a fucking goddamn Blackhawks game at home and see them beat the goddamn Blues because they fucking suck. Fuck you, guy last night that was wearing a Blues hat that I argued with for 3 hours.
Damn.
Throw the shade at him.
No, bro.
Bitches.
Let's let this go off the rails for a second. Just get your grief out, Cody.
He ended up being cool. But like this dude came in.
He was wearing a Blues hat. He's not cool.
Oh
Fuck
no! I
him.
mean, I was like, hey man. He's like, can I get this? Like, man, I would help you, but you're wearing that shitty ass hat, and I don't really want to help. He's like, you're a goddamn Blackhawks fan, aren't you? I was like, yeah, you're right. All right. Well, fuck
Did you explain
too.
that you were at the game where they lost?
No. Oh, well, of course. Of course I had to pull that in. Because he's like, well, I saw y'all lost last night. I was like, oh, well, we beat y'all last week at home. Oh,
And
guess what? I was there. Check out this video. And I showed him.
Yeah, dude. So we roll into Chicago, and Cody's like, "You're gonna love this house, man." Like his uncle has like this. It's not a 2-story house, but I guess technically most of the houses up there have
has a
basements.
basement.
That's just
floor.
their style up there.
Yeah, and so, but the basement is a whole nother fucking house.
It's the same size as the house.
Yeah, and there was a bathroom, a kitchen, a fucking full bar, like
There's a library.
a library. Yeah, a fucking library.
Yeah.
Unreal.
He had a
Full table.
vast collection of strange VHS tapes. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
it was amazing. And he was a total, like, the attitude was exactly what you would expect from a Chicagoan?
Chicagoan.
Damn it, we saw it
Chicagoan?
on a building. I can't remember. What, fuck, we
It was
figured
Chicagoan.
I
I'm
think
pretty
that's
sure.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
right.
Chicagoan.
But I like Chicagonite. Like, why wouldn't
No,
you go with that?
Chicagonite's a cool word.
That's what I'm saying.
That
Fuck it.
should be like a sub. Well, hold on to that.
He was a true Chicagonite. I hope he doesn't listen to this.
He's been there long enough. So,
He had like that attitude. Like, if it's not something he is into, just fuck it. Just I don't
Yeah.
even care. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah, and like and normally when you see those types of people, you're just like, okay, well, this dude's just a fucking prick. But it's like with your uncle, it's just like, oh yeah, cool.
And so
he
the
just calls you out on your shit.
Yeah, like
So-
Cody's uncle was going to actually take all of us, but we were so fucking tired and sick. We were like, thanks, but I'm going to sit here and die a little.
Right.
Yeah,
Cody was like,
It's
fuck
like,
it.
I'm the only one to watch sports. Don't worry about them.
Right. Yeah.
Like, they're-
And he goes, so his uncle takes him to the game, and then we go to this restaurant that we think we're going to go to, and it's been shut down by the fucking food service administration of Chicago. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking gone. And we're like, well, fuck. And then there was this really nice place right next door, and we have to give a massive shout out to our boy Todd Weber because he actually PayPal'd money for our dinner. So, like, we all ate on
And we ate
Todd's
good.
dime,
That-
and it was
that-
amazing.
That pizza was great. That pizza
Damn,
was
it
awesome.
was good.
And that queso was really
And
good
he
too.
lives a block from that shit, and he was like, no, I don't eat there. I just go to the bar. I
Yeah.
was like, fuck. You should try it.
He's very picky about the pizza. He only
Right.
goes to certain places.
Oh.
Well,
but
no,
the
well-
places he's taking me are fucking like.
No, I mean I
really
believe it. I
fucking
mean we
good.
passed the Lou Malnati's on the
Yeah, we did.
interstate, and I saw Corey look because we were in gridlock traffic on the way into inner city Chicago, and I was like, "Hey Corey, there's a Lou Malnati's," and I saw Corey tilt his head over, and he goes, "You got the big eyes for a second."
Delicious deep dish.
That's we didn't get the true Chicago experience in terms of
well-
in terms of deep dish.
Oh, okay. Pizza, yeah, but
Yeah.
we got to fucking drink at that dope ass like walk-in like pub thing. Like that's all it was a bar with that lady.
Oh
Bryson
yeah,
City.
where we went before the show.
Yeah, before the show.
Are you talking
It's
about
like,
in Knoxville?
no,
No,
bitch, Chicago.
Like the bar we went to before with the doors open to the show.
It's like 4 streets down from the.
Where we met-
Oh, yeah, where we met with Bryce and Cindy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because no, we were going to go to that Don Tequila's place across the street, and then somebody was just like, "There's a fucking bar
Yeah,
right
and
here."
that waitress was from Florida, and she was cool as fuck.
Oh yeah, she was awesome.
It was
Like,
funny too because like y'all were like, yeah, you'll like Bryce and Cindy and everything, and like I started talking to Bryce and then like we started talking about shit. I was like, he started talking about the Under Oath show here. I was like, wait, fuck, I do remember meeting you here. Like we did talk for a second. I'm like, all right, and then I ended up fucking knowing him like on accident until he forgot. But he forgot too, so it was fine.
That's okay. Bryce forgets.
Bryce does forget.
best.
That's okay. But yeah, got to hang with Bryce and Cindy.
Get some Malort.
Ugh.
I still have that video too.
Fuck that. I can't believe you did it.
I can't either.
I can't believe it stayed in your goddamn mouth so long.
You spit it out?
No,
Took,
like it just
bro,
fucking.
he took the shot.
Oh, the aftertaste. Okay.
Yeah, like it's just bitter, but like okay, like when you eat a hot ass pepper and it just keeps getting hotter.
Yep.
It's the opposite. It's not the opposite, but it's just
The
bitterness.
same, but in terms of the bitterness.
Yeah, like it just keeps growing. And I ate like 2 of those hot wings. I had like a thing of pineapple juice, and like that took it away while I was doing it. But as soon as I stopped, it just came back. I'm like,
Ugh,
what the
dude,
fuck?
Fuck that.
But I was like, look, you can only get it here.
That's it.
I'm just curious, like, what is it? But literally, everyone, the bartender's like, no. My uncle's like, just Google Malort face, like, that's all you gotta
Yeah,
do.
no, the
and it's a
bartender.
thing.
She poured it up. She asked him 3 times. She said, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
Even the random people I was talking to at the
Yeah,
bar
just on
were
the
like,
side,
oh,
they were just-
fuck that.
They
No.
were like, "No, don't do it." When you got townies telling you don't do it and you still do it, you're an idiot. But you did it. You
Yeah,
had
that's
the,
awesome. You can only do it there, so
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying.
there's a reason you can only do it there.
Yeah.
Because it's that fucking nasty.
Also,
fucking terrible.
Chicago cigarettes are $13 fucking dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that. Fuck
Yeah.
that. And then, like, getting in that fucking city with
awful.
a trailer was one of the fucking nightmares of all nightmares as
Yeah.
far as driving is concerned.
He drives a fucking Mini Cooper, and it's hard as fuck to get anywhere there
Dude,
with that thing.
Yeah.
I was like, this fucking blows. And we ended up getting lucky and parking right near the load-in door at the venue.
Yeah.
Right?
But like just getting to the venue, his uncle literally lives 13 miles away. It took a fucking hour and a half
To get to
the venue. What the actual fuck?
And he lives like, what, 20 miles away? Or
I thought it was
something like
13, but it could be
that?
20.
No, you know it was. It was like 13 or 14, because like when we left that night, I was like, where's the arena at? He's like, it's right on the outskirts of town or the city. I'm like, okay, so we'll get there in like 30. He's like, no, it's going to take us like an hour and 20 minutes to get there.
God,
Yeah.
I'm like, you serious? And fuck yeah, it took us an hour and 20 minutes to fucking get there.
Dude, and that's why I was like, okay, guys, like we were going to stay in Chicago, but the snow was there. And I was like, guys, we can't fucking stay here. If we get snowed in, we're done.
Yeah,
like
we're
we're
fucked.
trapped and we might not even get home when we're supposed to. And so we leave and I'm thinking it's like 1 a.m. We're going to have like a decent roads, like decent roads. Like we'll be able to get out of here. It still took, there's so many fucking people and it just never stops. It still took us like probably an hour to get literally out of the city and then another like 30 minutes or whatever to get to, is it in Indiana, I think?
Yeah.
Because you got to
Whatever.
stop at goddamn 8 tolls and 8 miles.
Fuck that, dude. That was bullshit. And it's $4 fucking dollars every fucking time when you have more than 2 axles, which we had 3 when it was bullshit.
How much would it have been if it was just 2?
It was like $1 something. Yeah, the price like doubled.
That's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it was $375. Remember, it was $375 for 3 axles, and it was $125
for 2.
for 2.
That's
I do,
what if you had 0 axles?
Horse shit.
I do hate we didn't get to do any of the tour stuff, like for you guys, like to go to like Navy Pier and
Yeah.
like go to
Well, I've
like
been
Willis Tower and shit. Or used to be Sears Tower, now it's Willis Tower. Or like
Yeah,
the
we
Bean and
Weak
shit.
Will did more of the scenic sightseeing type of stuff, and I think subconsciously you and I kind of knew better.
Well, they had just a van. If
Right.
we'd have been
Right.
just a van, I wouldn't have had a problem with it because it'd have been like, well, you parking will be kind of a bitch, but a single space is somewhat doable.
Yeah.
Or you can park in a garage.
Yeah.
But down there, if you park in 2 spots, bitch, they charge you for 2 spots.
Oh yeah,
So like here, they don't give a fuck. They're like, well, I paid for the car, it's fine. No, and then Memphis fucked me too. Remember that?
Yeah.
$35 fucking dollars for parking
In a
for
10
2
hour,
hours.
$10 parking place.
We
Yeah.
weren't even there 2 hours.
Maybe. I mean, we probably were because we went and got food. We were probably there for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, and then we stopped in
And
that
then
shop.
I left a $5,000 backpack full of shit in the restaurant. And when they called, it was still sitting there. No one had seen it.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
Oh, I am. I should have started out with that. So how did I leave a $5,000 backpack
Yeah,
full of shit?
just so people are aware on this podcast, there's not very many things. There's not many times in your life that you'll be able to call Corey stupid just for doing something like that, like really stupid.
Yeah.
I took advantage.
Oh, Cody took full advantage, and it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was.
I just sat in the back and I was just like giggling inside.
Yeah.
Because Tanner called the place and they were like, yeah, we still have the bag. And Tanner was like, okay, cool. And like I could just see waves of relief come over Corey, and he was just like, "Oh, thank God!" Because he immediately flips the van around, and we drive back like another 10 minutes to get it, and then fucking Cody just immediately. We're not even back on the main road. He's just laying into Corey, and it was great.
And literally every fucking... See, I shouldn't have even brought the shit because I thought I was going to do that everyday podcast. It ended up not working out.
I mean, we did it the first day, so
It
like,
was
it was
shit,
like, all
though.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
but it was shit. And after that, I was like, I'm fucking done with this. Fuck this. Like, this
Yeah.
passing the mics around shit. Nobody is on the same page.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this.
It's just people that don't listen to it, so they don't understand like the
Right.
format.
Well, you
don't
stick
know
a
how it
microphone in
works.
front of someone's face and have a conversation. It's weird. It gets weird for them. Some people just fucking fuck up.
It was funny, the dude coming downstairs and just seeing people with mics and shit in his
Farmer.
mouth.
Yeah, he's
What
just
the
like,
fuck is
hey.
going on here?
And then I'm never gonna release that audio. It's garbage. But so everywhere we go now, I have to carry this goddamn bag. We walked fucking 2 miles in Chicago down unreal amounts of fucking streets to the FedEx
FedEx.
place. I had to carry it all the way down. Okay, now I got to carry it all the way back. This thing weighs 60 fucking pounds, dude.
Yeah.
It's got everything in it. Mics, an interface, a laptop, a fucking gimbal, a mixing board. Like, it's ridiculous how much shit's in that backpack. So every fucking time we left a place, venue, eatery, didn't matter, Cody
Had
goes,
it on him.
got your backpack? And like, I'm wearing the goddamn backpack. Hey, you got your backpack? Fuck you, Cody!
When you can hear Kaylee in the background, it's so funny.
Kaylee's in there laughing.
God,
man.
also, my girlfriend bought me a corgi pillow and a blanket from Cowboy Bebop, and Corey decided to affectionately name him Frederick. And while we were about to leave your uncle's house in Chicago, you still weren't outside. You and Tanner were getting something, and it was just the three of us because he was like, your uncle was just talking to us, and he's putting his bag in, and the pillow is like near the edge, and it's like staring at him. He goes, "Don't you fucking look at me, Frederick!" And he punches him in the face.
I did. I punched Frederick right
I told Carrie about that, and she goes, "He's buying you a new one." No one punches. She goes, "What did he call him, Frederick?" And she's like, "I thought it was corgi butt or something." And I was like, "No, it's Ein, short for Einstein." She's like, "No, whatever. It's just a pillow."
I just
But
thought it was
it's
funny. We stopped in that mall, and I was like, look at this blanket. He's like, "Looks like something Justin would get." I'm like, "That's the blanket that Justin has literally right now."
Oh, when we were in box
yeah.
lunch? Yeah, that I mean that it's basically Hot Topic.
Yeah,
Oh no, yeah, for
it's
sure.
like Hot Topic, but for I would say it's more
Catered to
nerdier.
gamers.
Yes, it's nerdier. It's a nerdier Hot Topic.
Yeah.
I almost guarantee you, because when we walked into the Hot Topic, I was like, "Look, this is some of the same shit." I almost bet that's the same company. It's a
Oh no,
sister company.
that's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
I think it is.
I think it is.
Also in that mall, there was that Radio Shack.
Oh,
It-
where everything was a knockoff.
That was weird. Yeah, they didn't have any branded stuff or nothing.
Nothing was branded.
No.
And if you looked, see, that's when I picked up one of those, like,
The 600 game in one system.
and I picked it up and looked at the bottom. I was like, "Oh, this is in Chinese," and I put it right back down and was like, "This, I'm leaving."
This is not.
Yeah.
It was a kiosk that happened to have the Radio Shack name.
It was
basically.
interesting just because it was like the exact logo, and like the dude working it seemed chill as fuck, but you could tell he just didn't want to be there.
Right.
He was like, "Hey
I'm
man."
here because they pay more than minimum wage.
Exactly, yeah.
Also, fuck Radio Shack.
That's
By
true.
the way,
Why? Because they're out of business?
No, because they fired me and then they went out of business. So fuck them. I won.
So fuck them. I won. Also, shout out to in that Knoxville mall, all the food items they had in that giant food court.
That was a great food
Also,
court.
shout out to that bathroom. If you didn't look the right way, you could have got lost. That was a maze.
That was a maze. I went pissing there. Yeah, that was a fun time.
I went to piss.
I went to pee in all your
I was mad
bathrooms.
what we ate. I forget what we ate before we went there, but I was mad we ate because then,
And then
like,
went
there was
there
so
'cause
much
it was
food.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
It was
Where-
White Castle.
No,
No,
No.
It
White
wasn't
Castle was Chicago.
That was Chicago.
I don't remember what we ate.
Oh my
Damn,
god!
what did we eat?
I forgot we had White Castle. Oh my god! That White Castle
So
was so
I
good.
think as far-
Chipotle.
Chipotle. That's
Yeah.
it. But we did get like most
But
of that
we
for
got
free.
discount as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, some Chipotles have an artist program. That's a good bit for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually will comp you meals. They won't do it all. They won't comp the whole meal,
They
but
gave
they
us 2 out of 4.
they gave us 2 out of 4 for free.
Yeah.
So we paid literally half,
yeah.
which is stellar as fuck when you're
I
out
think
there.
I think Tanner still paid less because it was 4 of us. We got bowls. 2 of them were comped, and then I think I saw him maybe throw a 5.
Whoa. So they even did it better?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's badass. I just
Wasn't
remember
bad.
I got the chorizo and it was delicious as fuck. That's actually okay. We did eat at 2 home places. We ate at that Wendy's truck stop, Wendy's, and then
3.
what
Waffle
else?
House.
Chewy's.
Oh, see, I didn't know we had a Chewy's, and I didn't want to eat there in the first goddamn place.
That's
Those
true.
are the worst fucking nachos I've ever had in my motherfucking life.
Let it out,
That
man.
dry ass garbage. Fuck Chewy's. Fuck everything about Chewy's. I will never eat at that shit box again, dude.
My
That was
Yeah, that was
fucking
actually
garbage.
a mistake.
That was a garbage fire of a restaurant. I love the staff. The fucking waiter was dope as fuck.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
no,
he
he
was
was cool as shit.
He was
His
amazing.
fucking girlfriend was working. We didn't know it
Yeah.
was his girlfriend. He kept fucking with her. Like,
They were awesome. That restaurant is shit. That food was terrible, dude. That was
Yeah.
the driest fucking chicken I've ever had. It made me thirsty. Drinking the chicken. Eating the chicken made me thirsty.
You could have blended up the chicken and it still wouldn't have been
it's
good.
just funny if they fuck up the nachos and I fuck this place. I'm like, all right, and then you took one bite and like, fuck this place.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
Dude, that's my go-to, man. If you can't make nachos, you suck. Fuck you. You're not a restaurant. You're just a glorified place to get beer.
And the place that we were going to go just had a big ass line, but
Uh-huh.
we did go.
but yeah, well, that's the
Was I right?
No, so he mentioned Hattie B's earlier. So before we even started this tour, Corey had gone, met up with his buddy Sean, and hung out with the dudes from As Cities Burn, and they were talking about Hattie B's. So they went and ate Hattie B's. So when we finally get into the Nashville the second time around, before we head up to Chicago, we stop at a Hattie B's. We finally get to stop. I'm really excited. First fucking bite.
Yup.
In love immediately. It's still I
Told you, dude.
can still taste it.
And people there are like, oh, don't get Hattie B's, get Pepper Fire. And I look at them, I say, burn in hell with your Pepper Fire
Oh,
bullshit.
fuck that shit.
Pepper fire.
Fuck Pepper Fire. If you're listening and you prefer Pepper Fire, fuck you.
I don't even know what that is.
It's shit. It's a pissing contest for hot shit. You
Right.
get the mild, it fucking takes your fucking skin on your tongue and takes a shit on it.
See, I don't want that.
No, it's garbage. I hate it. Fucking that's why Hattie B's is the best, dude. Not only did we get mild, but it was just spicy enough. Make your nose run just a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah.
You got the bread with it and the French fries, and dude, it was
And they had
fucking
beer.
and it was cooked perfectly. Yeah, dude, I had a Deuce Yingling.
It was for 45 seconds we had our food.
Yeah, oh, literally. I sat down. You had just sat down, and I got my food almost immediately.
Yeah. I went to go fill my cup up.
Yeah,
And then they already had my food out too.
and you had 2 fucking orders of the shit, and it was hot as fuck, fresh. I mean, immediate service. The waiter was cool as fuck. He was from Arkansas.
Oh, was he? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, because
So
he was
has-
like, oh, yeah, that's well, he was like,
Oh, that's what you were talking to him
yeah,
about.
because he's like, you guys in a band? Because he saw our laminates or whatever, and I was like, yeah, dude, we are. We're on tours from Arkansas. He's like, oh, I just moved from there not long ago. I was like, oh, badass. I think he was from the northern part of the state. I didn't really catch
So the
all the
nicer
details. Yeah, you know, the part that gets snow in the winter.
Yeah, but no, seriously, if you're listening to this and you like chicken in any sort of means, if you don't go to Hattie B's at least once, there's a Memphis location. We passed it.
It's just very small.
Yeah, it's just really small. So
really small.
yeah.
But I bet it's still delicious, and it's only 2 hours away.
It's
and
right by Slaughter's Inn.
It's literally next door. So you get lunch at Slaughter's Inn, and you get dinner at Hattie B's.
Yup. And then you can drive back.
There's a
Drive
dope
back home.
ramen place right there too.
That's right. We did see that ramen spot too.
It's fucking.
So yeah, huh? Well, but we have a ramen spot now. Has anybody ate
It's
there?
fucking great. Yeah, it's
I
right by my
haven't
house.
had it yet.
It's
I
right
figured-
by my house.
Okay, so Cody's had it.
It's so good.
I'm gonna go try it out eventually. So I'm gonna say a few bugaboos. First off, the elbow room can suck my butt. Cool spot. I fucking hated the experience. I don't know if it's just because it was snowing and maybe they were pissed off because they had to be at work or something.
Oh, no, the staff was garbage.
They were so fucking rude. The deal was a door deal plus food, and their version of plus food, like here in Arkansas, damn, we have a place called Vino's, and they give you 2 pizzas per band, plus fucking
like
2
three
beer
be-
tickets
yeah, 2,
a
3 beers,
piece.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 beer tickets a piece plus 2 pizzas. Good ones. Larges. Awesome.
We did a food trade with them today, so I really like them.
Yeah, they're amazing. And the food is fucking from scratch. Everything's done that day. It's literally one of the best spots in Arkansas to eat. And they have a fucking venue and it's awesome and the sound guys rock. It's legit as fuck.
Yeah.
And then we go to the elbow room. I'm like, okay, they're like 2 pizzas. And we're thinking, okay, well, we're used to 2 pizzas per band. No, there's 10 of us. There
2
were
pizzas.
2 pizzas total. And they
Burnt as
were
shit.
fucking black.
The bartender was cooking them. I don't know if y'all went upstairs and like
No,
checked
I
it out.
didn't.
Literally, the only oven they had was about a VHS size plate
Fucking.
thing, and the bartender's the one that was cooking them. It was just literally like a slide in, slide out thing.
So that means the pizzas are probably frozen too.
Oh no, yeah, like it didn't.
Man,
Yeah,
fuck that shit. That's not fucking service, dude. That's not service to a band. Like, I'm trying not to be fucking hateful or picky, but it's like, dude, we just drove 7 fucking hours to play here. The deal that you signed up for, we all agreed and signed contracts to, was door deal, which seems fair, plus food, which we got fucked out of the door deal because no one fucking came because guess what? It was fucking snowing.
Yep.
The only people that showed up were the people we knew.
Mm-hmm.
It was a $28 show. 7 fucking hours for $28 fucking dollars. Like, yeah, shit happens, but man, the experience at the venue could have been better.
Right.
Like, fuck, man. Fuck.
I
I
agree.
was so disappointed in that place.
I mean, also fucking.
I don't give a shit if I ever play the elbow room ever the fuck again.
Oh no.
there's plenty of other
But
places.
Eddie from Taking Back Sunday did catch our set, so
Yeah.
that part's cool.
I mean,
guess.
he got drunk. He got super shitty drunk later and fucked up his whole thing. but he was talking to me. I mean, 'cause I don't know if you know Glassjaw at all, but he was telling me and Cory stories about young Daryl Palumbo from Glassjaw.
That's right.
Which is tight as shit because I love Glassjaw. So him talking about old school New York hardcore, just sharing a cigarette casually with Eddie from Taking Back Sunday, dude. No big
that
deal.
part was cool. That
Yeah.
was cool. Bryce and Cindy was awesome.
Oh, no,
Cody's uncle was fucking amazing.
Yeah. The general idea is the stuff that happened at the show, not so great.
It was really just the venue. Like the venue itself. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that place.
Oh, and honestly, like I know you were talking about like lugging around that backpack, but walking to that FedEx place, all those nice ass houses.
Oh, that shit was cool. I got that up house, that picture in front of that up house. Just like this seriously blue A-frame roofed house just right in the middle of 2 skyscrapers.
Yep.
It was fucking crazy looking. I tried to get a picture of it. It looks like shit, but
Yeah.
I did enjoy Chicago, but man, I don't know, dude. Call it fucking just being old, but you come to expect certain things from certain places in an established venue, and the sign outside, literally, I went back and looked at my photos because I took like pictures when we showed up, and the sign on the top says good food. If you lead with that and your food is black burned,
Oh, it was terrible.
maybe you shouldn't, have that on your sign.
Or
Like,
at
just
least
take
be
it
like,
off.
hey, we fucked this one up. Here, we'll make
Comp this
another
one,
one.
yeah.
Exactly.
Like, just like no, it's just like, well, okay, this one's burned.
I mean,
but here
I
you
just
go.
like the idea because of the vibe. Like, if there had been more people, obviously it probably could have gone better and everything. Obviously, but like, I don't know, something
I don't
about.
even know if more people would have made it.
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
It was nice I didn't have to carry my cab down. It's fucking stairs.
Oh, and it's downstairs.
yeah.
And the sound guy, like, dude, I try to respect every sound guy. It's just because I've been there. I've been on that side of things, and I'm like, please, yes, thank you. I even say no, sir, sometimes. I give them, like, a rundown of what the monitor mix needs to be like just before anything even starts. Like, I try to be as professional as humanly possible. You guys know.
Yeah.
You'll hear me be like, okay, no monitors in the vocals except for the drummer. Me and the bassist need kick, snare, and guitar. Drummer needs guitar as loud as humanly possible. That's our monitor mix. Super simple. Like, just crank shit to 11 and we're good.
Well, that's not only is that like simple and all that stuff, but like someone who doesn't even really know how to run a soundboard, if they can just do that, like,
dude,
that's basic.
And and when it's different, and they're like, there's no monitors. Okay, cool. If there's one monitor, we usually just don't even worry about it. We just strike it. Fuck it, dude.
Yeah.
I've played in way worse situations than this. I'll make it fucking work. But that fucking guy, not only was the sound okay, it didn't sound great. Like, he had the fucking vocals in the monitors cranked. And I was
really?
like...
I couldn't even tell.
I was like, this sounds like shit. It's like all you can hear is the vocals. And I was like, where the fuck is my guitar? I didn't hear my guitar all night. I was like, fuck, I'm either hitting the parts or I'm not. I don't care.
I heard you two. I couldn't hear your vocals. I heard your.
Oh, see,
I heard your instruments just fine. So
okay.
like, I had a great experience.
But even after all that, I was like, I still went up to the guy and I was like, hey man, great job. Everything sounded great. Like, I wasn't gonna be picky and shit.
Right.
Like, fuck that. But then he goes, cool, thanks. Oh, you punk ass motherfucker.
So I didn't know that.
I ought to smack you in your fucking mouth, you dick. Like, how dare you, man? Not only did I just compliment your shit fucking mixing, but you were also fucking 30 minutes late to the fucking show.
And a dick.
And a dick the whole time.
No, the best sounding place was the fucking brewery.
Yeah.
Dude, that place.
How?
Yeah.
Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Let's talk about how beautiful Kentucky is,
Yeah,
man.
well, I mean, so we can kind of...
You want to know why you don't hear shit about Kentucky? Because it's amazing.
Yeah.
That fucking whole state was legit as fuck.
The road system's perfect.
3 lanes, hundreds of miles, flat as fuck. Not a bad road in sight until you get to like the little cities and shit, and then you might hit like a couple side streets, and it wasn't that bad.
Dude, when we were taking that back road to Elizabethtown,
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes, and it was literally the speed limit was 15. That's how back road it was, and it was barely big enough to fit. There was another, I remember that Ford F-250 coming up beside us, and we fucking barely made it past that guy. And it was still a nice flat road.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was like sun shining.
Dude.
We finally broke out of the cold snap. It was like 40 degrees.
That's the worst day of the whole thing for me was physically, the cold had just got to me. The driving 2,500 miles had got to me.
Right.
I was like, I'm so spent. And I just need to sleep.
But those dudes were real nice. They just gave us beers. They were cool. They didn't
care.
care.
They had that funky Nintendo thing.
Yeah, they had he got to play classic.
Yeah, he got to play Mega Man. I got to play Star Fox 2.
Yeah,
it was a good night.
Yeah, well, and plus, like, I mean, I fucking quote unquote took a shower in the bathroom.
I did too.
Oh my god!
The dude fucking crouching down with the toilet paper. That shit killed me.
Wet wipes, baby.
Well, I mean, not only that, but I mean, like, I washed my hair, did conditioner and all that stuff, and like, I'd been contemplating asking one of the dudes that was there, is there like a pilot or something? Like, we were at that pilot, but I didn't do it there.
You want to pay $15 for
exactly,
a shower,
but I was just going to ask, like, is there like a local like YMCA something nearby?
What my band dudes do now, dude, is 10 Fitness. They're in every fucking state, and it's $10 a month, free showers. You can just walk in and shower if you want to.
Hell yeah,
that's what all my production buddies and touring friends do.
That's awesome.
It's the best way to do it now. It's $10 a month, and they just keep it going. And if they want to hit the gym too, they can. So
right.
What is this at?
10 Fitness.
Oh, just in general. Okay,
just because they're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere.
Well, they're only here, aren't they?
No,
they're everywhere.
No, they're everywhere, dude.
I knew Planet Fitness was. I don't think 10.
Maybe
Fitness
it's Planet
was.
Fitness.
Or maybe Anytime Fitness.
Maybe I'm thinking of Planet Fitness.
Fuck Anytime. They're expensive as fuck.
Yeah,
well, no, I agree.
But they have pools. Yeah, swimming pools. They have swimming pools.
Oh, not the ones I know of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The one in Benton.
That wasn't Anytime. That was
See, I'm a fucking idiot. I don't
that
gym.
That one's closed down anyway.
I'm a fat bitch. I don't gym.
So
anyway.
Sorry. Before we get into like the last little bit of tour, like basically Memphis, like the whole first, like, because we had like a bunch of days off because of weather and shows falling through, and that just meant we got to spend more time with Weak Willed and get to know them and all that stuff. And then we get to Chicago and there's all this shit go down. But like, yeah, let's just get into like Elizabethtown and like the home show, because like
we're too loud.
Huh?
We're too loud.
What do you mean we're too? Oh God!
We're getting to that. Just keep going.
I wasn't even there for that, and that made me laugh when y'all told me that when I left to go look for the keyboard.
There's only ever been 2 people ever to tell me to turn it down. It was both Lame Johnny shows, and both of them I just was like, yeah, okay, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but Elizabethtown, that brewery, those dudes were sweet. They let me and Cody play games all day. And then we start sound checking and everything's sounding pretty good during the sound check and all that stuff. And there's some people walking in because it's the deal was it was a free show, but we'd already had a guarantee because there was an anniversary and it's the first really heavy show they're doing. So people kept pouring in throughout each song and all that stuff. But dude, once we started Texas Viking and everything's I don't know, I guess it's because we were in show mode and not actually sound checking. But once we started playing, everything sounded so good.
Oh, it did.
I think that was the best sound.
No, definitely.
Yeah, that's the one of the only ones where I heard everything. Minus Memphis was pretty okay, but we had our own PA system.
Right.
I did all that, so it was a better setup. It was more like our practices.
Yeah,
it was basically just
we had a practice for other people
in Memphis. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get home. So we had a day off. We come home. We drive all through the night. Literally, we get to my house where Justin's car is parked. He's 30 minutes late for work already. He immediately gets in his car, drives the fuck to work, works for 7 hours?
9 hours.
Oh, God. Works 9 hours, and then...
I still didn't sleep.
No,
I
didn't go home and sleep?
No, I didn't nap. I slept Saturday night to wake up for work on Sunday, but I never took a nap.
So then Sunday, wow, that's incredible.
That's 40-something hours.
So then Sunday's the big home show, and we've already sold, I think the pre-sale was up to 85 before we even showed up.
Right.
Which is great. Hey, man, fucking awesome. Hometown showing out. And we're there, and then we're sound checking because we're going to do a back line, so we sound check all our stuff because the last 2 bands, Weak Willed and Us, are all using the same gear. Mm-hmm. So whatever that sounds like, that'll be good. We just mark the settings and go on. It's pretty common in band stuff.
Well, especially for tours that come through.
Yeah, for touring that comes through. And so we're doing that, and the guy comes down, and he's like, hey, that guitar is too loud. And I'm like, what the fuck are you kidding? Are you kidding? We're sound checking without the drummer right now, and you clearly don't understand how fucking loud these drums are going to be. You don't understand. We have a gorilla coming, and he beats the fuck out of everything.
He's actually being transported in a cage.
So then...
No, because you went back there and you turned it down, and then you went back and played.
And I played
tried
the
to do some
drums.
guitar over it.
Tanner was doing guitar, and I was just
somebody was like, no, and you're like, all right, how did it realize? You can't hear shit.
You can't hear shit.
No.
So me being me, I was like, well, only one other person has ever told me to turn it down. Did I? Of course, fucking not.
Right.
I understand that a sound guy has a job too, but I also come from that world, and I understand stage dynamics, and I understand the bigness of venues, and I know what the fuck.
You also understand production.
I do.
It wasn't a sound
really
guy
great.
either.
It wasn't a sound guy, and I was like, okay, you're wrong, and no. So we did this guy a favor and turned it down during sound check. Well, when I got on stage, I literally cranked it up louder than it was.
I did too.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to be louder than the drum set now, out of spite, because fuck you. It's rock and roll, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You don't turn the shit down. You turn it the fuck up. It goes to 11 for a reason. Sorry, talk.
Oh, no, sorry. I thought you were doing a couple times. I didn't want to cut you off. Mm-hmm. I was like, you know who's never told me that it's too loud? My grandma or my grandpa that come to the fucking shows.
Yeah, they're fucking what?
Every fucking show we play, they're literally at all of them, and they're sweet as can be.
When I went home for this past Thanksgiving, we were talking about mom and dad were talking about the show to my family and all that stuff, and dad was like, he's like, I think out of all the shows that I've ever watched you and Corey play, he's like, even with Minus War, I think that might be one of the loudest.
It was on purpose.
I was like,
it was on purpose.
I was, well, I explained that to him. I was like, was it really that loud? He was like, yeah. He was like, he's like, you were like your normal loudness. He's like, you were hitting hard, but he's like, I heard every note that your bass player was hitting. He's like, I heard everything that Corey was doing. He's like, that's the first time in a long time that I've just been like, this might be a little too loud for me. my dad's fucking deaf as shit anyways. Because in his left ear, it's just a hum.
So job done well then.
Yeah, exactly.
We did what we came to do.
We cut through the deafness.
That's also the first one they've come to since I dropped goddamn $1,500 and stop playing bullshit.
Right.
Fucking equipment.
Ooh, yeah. Let's get into Lame Johnny. We've been talking about Tour too fucking much.
Yeah.
So Tour was, it was Tour. It was a big ass learning experience, and we'll take away what we take away, and
Yeah.
it
Use it for the
is
next
what it
one.
is.
Yeah, exactly.
We're better for the next time, which we'll probably just stick to three days in a row next time. Just a couple of weekend one-offs. The whole week thing just not really conducive.
I need to get some water.
No, it's all good.
It was fun for like travel wise. Like even if we didn't have anything to do, we're out of state and we don't have anything to do.
Right.
So we just get like I like Knoxville like itself. Like
Knoxville
just
was
the
shit.
town was cool.
All those little like I don't want to call them bodegas, but they were like little mini bars.
Yeah.
They were just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You could just walk 19 feet and just be like, oh, here's a bar.
Here's another one. Yeah. Like even that one we just stopped at and had a few beers at was fucking huge.
Yeah.
It had like pool tables and just everything else. Like,
Oh,
it was-
yeah. They called that a dive bar. I was like, this is
I was
not
like,
a
it's
dive.
not even close to a dive bar.
If this is a dive bar in Knoxville, y'all would cry at a dive bar for real, man. Like a dive bar is supposed to seat like 6 fucking people.
Or like where they gotta like buzz you in the door. And
Yeah,
shit.
it's like-
yeah.
This is not a dive. That place was fucking massive.
No, yeah, it was huge.
Careful for that interface.
There's
bud.
because there was the room we were in. There was the room the pool tables
Huh?
were in,
Yeah.
and then there was a whole nother room.
No, yeah, there was 3 fucking rooms. One was covered in pool tables. One was like, okay, the part where you did actually sit was divey. Smelled like cigarettes. It was tiny. It was like elevated, kind of like at Rev Room, like that little patio thing.
Yeah.
at
It
Rev
was,
Room.
it was also had like that shitty illumination that like if you smoked enough cigarettes, you couldn't see anybody in
Yes,
front of you.
and your eyes were stingy, and they had those shitty smoke movers.
I'd say it was like their version of West End.
Right. Oh yeah, that's a great.
That's- yeah.
that's a great comparison.
Rest in peace, West End.
Yeah. Well, I guess whatever. It's gone.
It
for a
was right
reason.
next to my house. I could go, no, it's not. I don't. Like,
So anyway,
finally
before we leave on tour, let's get to the good stuff. Fucking Cody drops a mint on a fucking bass rig because like we were playing through an acoustic 800 watt head that had a massive issue that we could not figure out.
there's an X on top, so we're to smack it when it
Yep.
decides to not fucking do what you want.
we
a
we went to
tape X.
the ape route. Just
Just Russian,
It
the
works.
Russian way. I mean, it worked, but then we figured out real quick. So Cody finds this cabinet. It's a 6x10 Ampeg. For all those who know, they know. Like that's like when you're in rock and roll, it's that or fucking nothing really. There's some other good shit, but like that's like the king. Heavy music, Ampeg, done. And so he gets the cabinet. And we're like, oh my god, this is amazing. And we stick the head on there, and we really like we were playing through 2 shit ass 15s. One Mark bass 15 with like a ported thing, and then
Yeah.
like an acoustic 15 that's literally a decade old and sounded like buttered shit. So we go from that to 610s with tweeters and a fucking ported bottom, and it's just like the most heavy hitting motherfucker. And Cody has a Sans amp as well, which also is a front end boost, so like your signal coming in is insane. And that shit is so fucking loud that he was able to play for about 4 seconds. And we found out that what's wrong with that head is there's something loose, and vibration is what makes it cut out. The 15s didn't really vibrate and hit like those 10s do.
No, of course
They just kind of like muddly, like, blah, 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 blah,
Then it
blah,
just
blah.
wouldn't work.
And like literally, we tried to play, I think it was a Shimfo song.
Yeah.
And it cut out 4 fucking times in the opening sequence. So we were like, oh fuck. Like this head's fucked. We even took it apart, like fucked with capacitors, which is a bad idea. Like we unplugged it, but they hold a charge, so it's still really stupid.
Oh yeah.
We were fucking moving shit around. We were checking, like wiggling the power supply, which was also fucking really stupid. And like nothing's loose. There's not a black spot on the board. We even looked down like the cooling fins to see if there was something in there, like a cut wire or something.
No,
nothing,
nothing.
dude. This thing looks like it should work perfectly.
you talking about the old
The
head?
acoustic
Yeah.
head. Yeah,
Like we slid it all out. And
yeah,
like,
we took
looked
all
at
the
it and
guts
everything.
out. Me and Cody. Like he had his flashlight on one end, I had mine on the other, and he had like
So y'all saw no spots.
No.
nothing, dude. There was nothing. We
Everything's hot glued in. Like
Yeah.
fucking. No, there's no way anything could move at all.
Yeah, there's no loose cables. Like we literally would check. We checked every connection, nothing. And I was like, oh, this thing's just fucked. Like that's what this is. We're
Yeah.
fucked. So Cody hops on Zounds.com, which to everyone listening, if you're a poor musician, Zounds is the shit.
They gave me 1 day shipping for free.
1 day free shipping. no credit check on certain items.
They check you depending on how many months you want to do
months,
it.
right.
And I did the longest one. I just happened to be all right. So
You just happen to have some decent credit.
like, I mean, it's shit, but like my payment history is good, I guess.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, he at least pays his bills. So,
right.
Yeah.
So Cody, like overnight, 2 days before we leave? It's
Yeah.
2 fucking days before we go on tour. He gets the SVT7 Pro with a tube preamp. It's not an all tube head, but the preamp is a tube. And man,
yeah, the front half's the tube, the back's the solid state.
Yeah.
Dude,
but it's 15 pounds besides the goddamn acoustic one. It was 65.
65
Yeah,
pounds.
well,
It
I mean,
sounded like buttered shit.
So we set up at that house in Memphis,
Buttered shit.
and then for some reason I know you're
Well,
saying
you hadn't
buttered
heard it
shit.
yet.
No, I hadn't heard it
See,
at
me
all.
and Cody got to tone it out and do all the fun stuff while you were away working, trying to make money to go on tour.
Right.
Down to the last minute, literally.
Yes.
So me and Cody are like, ooh, things. So we tone this bitch out, and then we get to Memphis, and dude, oh man, first time literally in
Years.
at least 7 years that I've been able to hear the fucking bass in a band that I'm playing in. Like, other than just a woo, 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 woo. Like the 15s carried the low end just fine, but those 10s punch through the sound, and you can actually hear the note as well as with that ported cabinet, feel that fucking note. And dude, I can't wait to have band practice. Like, holy fucking shit.
I just realized that we haven't had practice with that shit.
Fuck no. Nah, dude. We had to turn it down.
Oh yeah.
It's so fucking loud, and just on like 3.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah, it wouldn't much at all.
I mean, like we turn it on.
Dude, literally, Aaron Wolf used to play in Annabelle, and he had the 810 with the SVT Pro Classic, the big head, the 80-pound monster, and he would have that shit on 1, and it was still loud as fuck.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't play with a sans. Like, he played with no pre-signal.
No.
He played with no pre-signaling, just a tuner, I do believe. And, like, it was still just unbearable. Like, you crank that thing on 3, and it would just shake our shed, the house, like...
Your butt.
Yeah, oh yeah. Jiggly butt.
The brown note.
I mean, you could just be sitting down trying to watch like a good rom-com with your babe, and then someone rattles down a low C, just a...
But I feel like the reason that matters, too, man, is because, like, unlike My Hands Tour, Lame Johnny is very rhythmic, and the bass accounts for a lot. Like, there's certain songs where Cody is the thing you're listening to.
No. Well,
Like, one of our most popular songs, Problems, 90% of the shit is Cody.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, when we would have, like, that shitty-ass bass rig, it was just like...
It didn't sound right at all.
Nah, dude, it didn't. And
It just
was
got
like,
worse.
It was just like this. Okay, so the note's just a 1, so it's supposed to be like boom, boom, boom. You know, like a bluesy kind of tone, like a jazz kind of feel, where it's just like prominent bass. You know, just riding that fucking note. But with the other amp, it would just be like whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah.
It was like a woofy sound. And now when he's got that fucking boom, and you can hear the pluck of the finger, because he has active pickups, so there's a lot of thump behind that note.
Yeah.
And Cody's one of these guys that switches between pick and fingers, which we also just found. Oh, here's another fucking crazy thing. Did you know Cody can scream?
No.
Oh, I forgot.
Is that your girlfriend?
No.
Lady friend?
Yeah, lady
His
friend.
friend Lady showed us this
She just
video of
records
Cody
me a
doing
lot singing.
metal karaoke. Dude,
You can scream?
yeah, like actually. Like not shitty.
like how did who would you say you compare it to?
That I don't know right off the top of my head because I'm
Okay.
not good at that. But
If
she showed us the video and I was like, you're fucking kidding me.
I was doing a
And
Faith
then I asked-
by Limp Bizkit.
That's it. And I asked Cody, he goes, you never asked. I was like,
What the
the
shit?
fuck should I have to ask?
I'm literally learning right now that my bass player can scream.
And he doesn't suck at it. So anyway, we're playing fucking songs, and Cody's bass rig is very complimentary. Like the way we write for Lame Johnny is basically I'm a rhythm guitar player writing whole songs.
Yeah.
Which is not really, something you would normally do. So we kind of take like that punk rock aggressive approach to it. Like even in Problems, we have a solo, but Justin has dubbed it the anti-solo because I literally just hitting notes in the fashion of a solo, but they're all
The wrong.
the wrong note. Like and it's different every time.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same.
It's pretty fucking similar every time.
Yeah, there's you have like when you do certain parts the third time around when you're
well, that's because that's the same thing. That's one of those what do they call the Satan chord?
Yeah, but you're just slow. You're slow. You're intentionally grinding up, just like semitones, like every at random intervals, which makes it so nasty.
I actually stole that from Monkey from Korn.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, it's actually this move they do in a song, but mine's clearly not what they're doing, but I'm doing the same thing. It's like it's all upstrokes, and I'm just going duh, and the next one is a slide, so it's duh, 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 duh. So like that is in itself the same every time, but the slidey part,
right?
Yeah, like sometimes I hit the same note. Like I hit the same string in sequence, but I don't hit the same note in sequence. And then the two bookending parts they start on 12, but they literally just go wherever. So like whatever my fingers do, sometimes I hit the same note every time. Sometimes I hit the note before it, the note after it. It just depends on how limber my hands are feeling that day.
Right.
Like if it was today, my hands are really sore. I've been standing in the wind all day, so it'd be like really, really shitty and close. But I have concrete hands for those listening. I do construction, and my hands are basically cinder blocks. But okay, so like the way we write is a very structured. It's like a organized chaos, is what I like to say. Like
it really is. Without the quote unquote chaotic aspect.
Well, yeah, no noise. Yeah. Like I'm trying to play noise as much as humanly possible. Like I was telling somebody today, there's a new song we're doing called Cowards, and the bass note and the drum, like y'all really are in Lame Johnny, the actual musical part. Y'all drive the song. You're the complete rhythm, like you're the actual rhythm section. And Cody has parts where most of the song is all him. It's just him. And I was trying to describe it. I was like, there's literally a song now where I hammer off. I grab my guitar as hard as I can, where the bass note's gonna be. So if he's playing a 7, I grab near the 7. I don't necessarily grab the 7, but I grab it and I pull all the strings down, and then I let go so they make like a flanged, like a clangy tone. And then if he goes to 2, I grab near the 2. Bong, lang, bong, lang, bong, lang. So I'm literally playing chunky fucking noise, but with the drum beat as solid as fuck. And the bass beat is solid as fuck. And now that we have that new bass amp, it's like all of this shit finally makes sense.
Oh, we ain't even tried that one either.
No, I know we haven't. But dude, when we did Problems for the first time, that's the really bass. I feel like that's
the one I can tell.
Right.
That's what we ran through that night. We were trying to do all the mixing and shit on the controls and shit.
Right.
Now that's the one I can tell. This is how this should fucking sound.
This is exactly how it should sound. This has got a blues feel. It needs a really punchy bass. Like, if he had a Rickenbacker, it couldn't sound any better. You know what I'm saying? Like if he had like a buttery, like boom, 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 just fucking,
boom, boom.
Dude. Oh, it's so fucking like.
Anytime someone says, not even Rick. If someone says Ricken, I immediately think to Earl's Rick. That bass was literally handed down from God himself. That bass was the best sounding bass I've ever heard in my life.
So a little backstory to that band too is like it started as a side project for me as an acoustic thing where like I had a bunch of friends doing a bunch of stuff and I just kind of wanted to do my own deal, and then eventually it just morphed into like this, we're going to sound like the Almost and As Cities Burn. It's going to be like a rock and roll but the bridges will be like super sad and pretty.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, no, we're going to be more rock and roll. So now we're tossing in like a Foo Fighter-y feel, a little bit more up tempo, a little bit more aggressive vocals. And then
we added then when Tyler was doing like trombone and all that stuff, we had like this entirely different dimension to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I honestly don't think we truly found our sound until
it was all gone. Until it was just the three of us, man.
Right.
When it went down to just me, you, and Cody. And we were like, well, these like 8 songs don't work no more. So those are off the table.
Right.
And even after that, we tried to kind of like write in that style. And even those 2 songs still, they're not on the album. They won't be on anything.
No.
They just don't make sense.
There's like one that fits well with how we are now.
Is that the Traveler?
I would say Run, Run, Run.
Run, Run, Run.
Oh, Run, Run, Run.
No, Run, 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 Run is still
That song hits. It's just not going to be on the album. It's just like an extra thing.
No, right, I'm just of the ones that you're talking about. I'm saying that's
the old ones.
That's kind of where we went with.
Which ironically was the first song we ever did as a band. Like the original idea was to have 3 guitar players, a bassist, a vocalist, and then keyboard,
like auxiliary
trombone, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then it ended up just being a 3-piece punk. Like now we sound like fucking 68 meets the Foo Fighters and As Cities Burn. So we kept like tones, but we got heavier. Like we kept like feels and vibrations from other ideas that we had before, but it kind of went just heavier.
No, as what my uncle was saying is like just reminding him like his punky days where he would like go and listen to that kind of shit.
He seemed to really like it, dude.
Well, he's all about it.
Well, I think that's really cool. What's cool about this band is like, you know, you and I had this like different entire like mental heart state for My Hands to War, just because like it's a different message that we're trying to convey.
Totally.
And with this band, you know, this is your vehicle, and like I mean, I'm still gonna like say this to people, like it's your fucking band. This is your band, and I am just gracious enough that I'm allowed to be in the car while you drive it. You know, that kind of thing. Like I am a willing passenger.
Yeah, but
in this thing, you know, me and Cody have credits to us and all that stuff. But the best part about being in this band to me is that the style, while it has shifted and gotten more aggressive and more pissed off and a lot angrier, it's still, I think it's more applicable to wider age groups. My Hands to War fits like a certain.
It's a niche, man.
Oh, it's such a niche band.
No,
but like my parents love Lame Johnny. Your grandparents.
I had so many people come up to me after the shows that we did play, and almost all of them were older, and all of them were just in shock that they actually liked a version of heavy music.
Mm-hmm.
Like the young kids liked it too. They were like, "Yeah, this is my fucking shit, man. You guys kind of like have like a 68 Every Time I Die Maylene vibe, like got a kind of a Foo Fighters As Cities Burn undertones in there." And it's like, but the older people were like, "Oh shit, like there's actual singing, and there's you know, and the screaming isn't always screaming, it's yelling." And I you know, and I didn't, unbeknownst to me, I'm actually good at enunciating my screaming and stuff. So like the words come out well. You can understand what I'm saying, I think, is the biggest issue there. Whereas like a lot of people, like when you're screaming, you're fucking like, when I'm really giving it, it's like, yeah, you probably can't understand that. But there's only like 2 songs where I actually do that.
But also the music alone, like, I mean, honestly, I feel like the screaming gives it the aggression, all that stuff. The music itself isn't like ultra heavy.
No, it's not overly aggressive at all, dude. If you ask me, like Problems is straight up a Led Zeppelin song.
Yeah,
like straight up. It's a fucking Led Zeppelin song.
I mean, your vocal style lends it more to like blues.
Yeah.
Blues kind of.
I mean, it's just slightly heavy blues.
Yeah, like you're basically screaming what a Mississippi Delta guy would be singing.
Right. I feel the same way about that one. And then like, what's your favorite one? Black Winter. It's about the Great Depression. Most people don't even know that. I'm singing about the bankers.
I mean, when you say Black Winter, that to me that gives it away. That's to me.
Yeah, but most people don't even understand what Black Winter was.
It's like, oh, that sounds cool and all that stuff. To me, Black Winter is the heaviest alternative song I never heard on the radio.
That's the most rock and roll song I've ever fucking wrote in my whole life.
Black Winter?
Yeah, dude.
That song fucking rips.
It does.
Like I understand. I as a very avid fan and listener of different styles of rock and roll and everything, like I see why Problems is at the top of everybody's list.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it, but like the musician,
I'm actually surprised by that though.
I am too.
I honestly thought it would be either Black Winter or the Sticky Bandits or
Texas Viking.
Texas Viking.
Yeah,
I think it's because it's more familiar. Like the others, the heavy ones we have are like awesome and everything, but then like Problems, I feel like it reminds me of like Mississippi Queen, like that kind of like style.
Ooh,
like
nice.
ish.
But also the lyrics.
Super
are very
relatable.
Relatable.
Yeah,
everybody's got problems.
No, right.
And the things I'm saying, like everyone's like, "Oh, been there."
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I've definitely chased a shot of rum with a cigarette. You know, like
yeah.
So like
even as me, who's not an avid drinker, I have done that a lot.
Well, what's hilarious is that song was 1,000% inspired by our buddy Sean.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I want to write. So like the ideas I get in my head is I'm very like, I want to write my version of X band. Like not their song. Like I don't have a song in mind, but like their style. I want to do my version of that. So like when I texted Justin about, I was driving down the road. I remember it vividly for Texas Viking. I was like, because you had told me, dude, you should write a song, not like in a vain way, but about like yourself, like your work ethic and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't know. That seems kind of fucked up. But he was like, well, it'd be cool, man. And I was like, okay. So you like planted the seed of the idea of the song. And then I'm like driving around and I was like, oh shit, I got it. I know exactly what to do. Justin, I want you to write a song for Lame Johnny, but I want you to think like if Jordan Buckley from Every Time I Die had wrote it. And you were like, question mark? I was like, I don't know how to explain this shit. No. Just call me. And then you called me and I told you like my vibe and you were like, okay, I think I can do that. And you bring me the opening phrasing and it's in standard, D standard tuning. Yeah. And I was like, I can't fucking play that. So I was like, let me drop tune it and see where I can go with it. So we drop tune it to C, D, like C, drop D, or no, drop C, D, whatever. I don't know how to say it.
Drop C.
I'm clearly not a fucking guitar guy.
Drop C.
So, and then I start doing it, but you're playing it exactly backwards from the way I wrote it, but it sounds awesome. So just keep doing that.
No, yeah. And then,
so Texas Viking is you writing a song if Jordan Buckley wrote a Lame Johnny song and me fucking it up completely and then writing my own goddamn version.
It's so weird because like a lot of the songs I remember like us working on the structure like, oh, for the bridge we need to do this, or like when we're doing this outro we need to do this, all that stuff. Like I remember how we all finally decided on the structure of Black Winter when we finally decided the structure of Sticky Bandits and all that stuff. And then like now that we're sitting here talking about that, I don't remember us coming up with the parts for Texas Viking other than the intro.
I do. You wrote the intro. Mm-hmm. And then I wrote the da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, like that 5/3 part, that back and forth. And then we were like, okay, let's just repeat it. Makes sense. It's typical song structure, verse, chorus, verse, chorus.
Yeah.
And then that bum, 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 you actually just went into that. You just like...
The blast beat part?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
You went bum, 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 bum first, and I was like, oh, okay, so how do we do that? And then as I was writing the lyrics down, that was one of those rare times where I was writing the lyrics and we were writing the song. And I was like, okay, so bum, 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 and it was like a pause. And originally we just stopped. It was just bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum.
Right, yeah.
Bum 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 bum. And then I think we actually played it that way once the song was structured, and then you changed it to add the fills and stuff.
And then because on the third one we stopped.
On the third one we actually still stopped. Just to change the flow, right. And then on the fourth one, you actually do a instead of a like a blast beat, a traditional blast beat, and then for Black Winter, dude, I want to say you wrote most of that song.
Really?
Like, I remember writing the
main riff.
You came up with the chord structure. I came up with the
pattern.
I came up with the pattern because I remember that's one of the songs I was like, hey, if I play this, what's the reverse of that?
Right.
Like, okay, that'd be this. And then you were like, and I was sliding forward originally instead of backwards to 2. And you were like, no, do it like this. And I was like, ooh. And then the lyrics wrote themselves after that. And then the that actually came later. We used to just start the song. Yeah,
you're right. You're right, we did.
And that came from us because me and you are notorious for just dicking off. So like one song will end and I don't want to stop doing the chording. That's how the middle of Sticky Bandits came around. It's because I didn't
want the blues part.
The bluesy part. That's because I didn't want to stop playing the part, so I just kept on going, and then I added all those whistles in, which aren't on the record, but now they're in the live set.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, wait, you mean the Good Thief?
The Good Thief.
No, dude, I love that whistling part.
Yeah.
That part, that part, like
because it's harder than a motherfucker to do when you're like 4 songs in, out of breath and fat.
Right. Well, I mean, luckily it's only the second song on the set.
So cold outside.
You went piss outside?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I have 2 toilets. You could have went piss in this room.
It's Arkansas.
Yeah, that's true. So we're talking a lot about this, like the way we write, but actually we all do get songwriting credits. Like a lot of times we're all in the room together. Ooh, that was a good one.
Wow.
Damn.
Crack one open.
So a lot of
with your
times,
boys.
actually most of the time, unless it's just some like riff idea, one of us will text each other. We're in the room writing together.
Yeah.
Like, and vocals are basically mine, and sometimes I'll delegate to Justin, which I bet you still haven't ripped that chorus, have you?
No, what, dude? It's hard when you don't have. We haven't played that song with Cody on bass, but like twice. It's hard to.
No, but you're Justin Cole, baby.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You got that beat in your brain, son. You know you do.
It's in your heart.
Boop 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 boo doo 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 doo. See?
Fuck, you're right.
Yeah, and it's a very aggressive lyrical style now. It's like a blues aggression.
Dude, even those drums, that's a simple drum beat, but I'm hitting the shit
Yeah,
out of
you
it.
are. Thanks for breaking my stuff.
I mean, that's how we do. That's how we do it, though. Like, usually, one of us starts out with some shit, and then we just play off that.
Well, that's what's awesome about this band. Is Cody was like our secret weapon.
Dude, there's been a lot of times, I don't know if you know that you're doing this, but there'll be times where me and him are dicking around. You're not even looking, and you're finding the chord progression that we're going to. Like
you can tell me, hey, do this, and I'm not gonna figure that shit out.
Right.
I like to listen, and then I can like, all right, no, I'm too high. Cool, like right here, and then
He is like,
I like to listen and just
well, not only that,
feel
but
it
I mean,
out.
but your skill and talent level, just over the course, just from I honestly think it's just from playing with me and Corey.
Well, no, dude. He also rocksmiths it. He
I do play
plays
that
at
a
home.
lot.
He actually practices at home. And
Oh, really?
Cody went from like, okay, he's a fucking bass player. Let's see what he's got. He comes over and we're like, oh shit, he's a fucking bass player. And then over like you told us the other day, it's like 5 years now?
Something like that, yeah.
And Cody's like
5 or 6.
Cody's like an actual fucking bass player.
Oh, so not only have you been playing bass for longer than I thought, you can scream.
Cody turned into a powerhouse like overnight.
Yeah,
dude.
no
like,
fucking shit,
like
man.
way
You're
quicker than I ever fucking
Yeah,
would.
you're the secret MVP of this band by far. Oh man, that drummer's crazy, bro. Have you seen our fucking bass player?
No, this dumb bitch I work with was like, hey, she don't listen to this. It don't matter.
won't.
I'd tell her that in her face.
Bro, I
anyway.
got listeners, bro.
I'd tell her this to her face. She don't care.
I got possible hundreds
No,
of
she's like-
listeners.
Like, what's like your keyboard player is really good. Who's he? I was like, we don't have a fucking keyboard player.
Are you talking about when I
was
play the
like-
piano on the one song?
She's like,
Nice.
She's like, no, somebody played keyboard. I was like, he plays keyboard literally in one song, and he drums in every other fucking song.
Yeah, not only do I play
Like-
not only do I play piano or keyboards in one song, I fucked up
Oh,
so much.
It was bad, bro.
Yeah, I know.
But that's because that keyboard is less than stellar.
Nobody noticed.
It's got those unweighted keys, and those are the worst. But that's because, Justin, you want to talk about how you've never been robbed before? Yeah, so Mr. Cole, one of my all-time best fucking friends of my entire life, and I'm still trying to figure out why.
until now.
We're going to play the home show. Literally, he shows up with the keyboard stand and is like, yeah, the keyboard's in the car. I'm going to go get it. And we're like, cool. Because we haven't played this song in a hot minute, we should probably at least run through the parts a few. He goes, it's not in my car. Let's make a few phone calls. Is it at this house? Is it at this house? It's nowhere. You've been robbed.
Yeah.
My keyboard was stolen out of the back of his car, unbeknownst to him. After he even grabbed the stand from the car, it's gone as fuck. It's nowhere to be found.
In literally like a minute and a half span.
Dude, literally, we were like, oh, great, to it's been stolen.
I mean, I even drove all the way back out here. I like had a mild panic attack.
I heard. But it's also like, it's one of those things where you just can't you can't help shitty people doing shitty things. So whatever. The only shitty part is it was mildly expensive and had really good samples.
Yeah.
Because the one we did end up having to use was not the greatest sampling, but I'm hoping we can program it with better samples because I actually have those same samples.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll work out.
So we didn't have time to mess with it.
The guy
literally at
Zach
all.
came through clutch as fuck,
shout out
dude.
to Zach for real.
Shout out to Zach on Real. Like, it's not like what we're used to, but he straight like went to his fucking house, snagged a fucking keyboard. We did it. It was all clutch. Like, we came in, like, literally as we're about to fucking go on, the keyboard shows up. And then at the end of the show, he's like, oh, just keep it.
Yeah.
So, like, that's fucking amazing, dude. Like, I got nothing but good things to say about it. I just was like, you know, that day was not, it turned to shit quick.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I just found out I lost another fucking $400, so that's great. Because also with that, a monitor of mine was stolen. A computer monitor, my fucking edge-to-edge HP monitor. Oh, Justin. But it did fuel the show. It was an amazing show.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Kurt Lunsford at Cunt.
Edit that out.
I'm not. Kurt Lunsford
Photography.
Dot everything.
Dot everything. Yeah.
Dude, those photos are so sick. I can't wait to see whatever else he's got. If he
Dad said there was a couple that he was explaining to me that was some of the ones that he saw, and they are not the ones that Kurt has posted up. He said there was one of me in particular that he really liked. He said the one with my like where I was making the face. He's like, that one was really good. He's like, there's one where he got a shot of you like under the symbol. He's like, it's a really good shot. You know, my dad was.
So Kurt showed him photos on the camera.
Yeah, at the show.
That's what I was like, where do you look at
Dad tried to record the whole set on his camera video wise. It didn't work.
Really?
Oh yeah.
One only records about 14 minutes. So.
No, he didn't record any of it. He hit the wrong button. I mean, to be fair, he had just gotten that camera. He used to take photos of me when I played football and all that stuff, and he would also do like nature shots around the house. Right. He actually has a really good.
No, the camera's nice as fuck.
No, the old Canon, the Nikon or whatever it was.
He's got a Nikon now.
Yeah, no, it's the Canon. He used to do a lot of like nature shots around the house, and
that's cool.
He has a really good thing of just like kind of capturing like something really quick. Whereas like Kurt and you are both really good at candids.
Yeah, I love candid
y'all are real.
Kurt's a master. I'm a novice.
No, I straight up told Dad. I said the exact words. Kurt, if you're listening, I really want you to take these words to heart. I told my dad, who was a budding photographer for a long time and has probably had a camera longer than you have, but you have much more talent and skill. I said, Kurt is a goddamn genius. To my dad's face. And my dad said, I agree 100%. Did you see
the incredibly bad dad joke I made to him on Twitter?
No.
He posted those sets, like that photo set of 4.
Mm-hmm.
And he just put Lame Johnny. He didn't even tag the band. Thanks, Kurt. And I put, you should change your name to the Mad Silenced. Like with the lens.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah, I know.
That's an awful. That's a terrible joke.
Nobody liked it. It was bad. He didn't even like it. He's just like, shut up.
Well, what I do like about him is like, there's plenty of people that call themselves a photographer because they pay $2,000 to get a nice camera and everything, and they're just taking pictures. Like, yeah, you took a nice picture, but he's like one of the dudes you can look at it like, goddamn, like dude. He's fucking taking pictures like art wise, like he's doing it right. He knows how to edit it, like, and like you see, I've only known him for a couple months now. And just slowly been going through his shit. I'm just like, damn, this dude actually knows what he's doing. He doesn't he's not just like, oh, I'm a photographer. Like, this fucking dude actually is. No, there's been forever. I was just like, okay, like, all you're doing is taking pictures. Like, it's not, boom, I'm a photographer.
You feel about Kurt the same way we felt about you when you said you played bass.
Okay, hey, that's fine. That's fine.
No, I get it. Yeah, he's a beast, dude. He's a beast. No. It's one of those zoom in every other frame.
Shout out to Will from Eyes Up for being the fucking meatiest drummer in the world.
Dude, he hits so hard too.
Dude, he's scary to watch.
Us three would be, I feel like we just need to have hangout time.
Like, can you imagine a drum circle?
We should get a pressure sensor and see who, like, play songs and not try to outdo one another, but just play our normal way and see who out hits each other.
That's a great idea.
It's like the Rocky IV, like Drogo.
Right.
Like fucking, here's how much Rocky hits. Here is Drogo.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah. 1,500 pounds.
1,500 pounds. I'm Russian. Fuck you.
No, it's not Drogo, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivan Drago.
Ivan Drago. You're right.
Drogo, yeah, okay.
And then Creed 2 just came out.
Bro, I haven't even seen Rocky 4 since
I've-
like I was a child, and I still knew that shit.
Did you see the
Well-
fifth one? It's not bad, dude. It's not bad.
I like the Creed series they just started.
Creed series is good too, dude.
I haven't seen the second one yet, but
Well, it just came out.
My buddy went this weekend or last night actually.
Yeah.
And he said he really liked it because like that's who he's fighting is his son.
His son, yep.
Like,
It's like a repeat.
mhm.
But it's like they found a way to make the same movie, but simultaneously make it a weird
Different, yeah.
sequel. Like,
but
in
it's
the-
still
the-
good.
in the octology. How many are they up to? There was 5,
So this is
And then
supposed
there
to be
was Rocky.
7.
and then so just Rocky. So that's 6.
Oh yeah, because there's Rocky Balboa.
so 7 and 8.
and
So
then-
Rocky Balboa, yeah.
octology.
Octology, yeah.
Damn.
Wait,
Clever
but is it it's a full continuation though? Like
Well,
it's,
yeah, it's
it's all timeline based.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it's-
Rocky's the new like Mick,
trainer.
The new Mick,
Yeah.
yeah, and then the son is
He's Apollo Creed's son.
Apollo Creed's son.
Mhm, yeah.
So
well,
it's just-
what about Rocky Balboa though?
He's Rocky Balboa, but he's the trainer. He's
He-
just an old
no,
man.
he fights in that one. That's where it's like, what if the current champ fought Rocky back in his prime,
Oh,
and he
that's
fights him
right,
when he's like
right,
50?
Right.
So
Okay.
it's like
So I never
Rocky
saw that
fighting
one.
fucking Mayweather today. That's like where it was kind of
Okay.
at.
Okay, that makes
It's
sense.
still like 8 films, but they are linear.
okay.
No, yeah, it's like that's what I like. It's
Yeah.
all one series, but they are different.
Right. Okay.
I actually dig them, dude. They're still good films.
Oh, I still think the first one's one of the best.
It's one of the few film franchises that have that many that I'm like, yeah, I can get behind any of them.
yeah.
I like them all for different reasons.
Wait, which?
How did we switch to film? Let's get back to the fucking.
I don't know.
Well, we fucking
Oh, because we were talking about William,
Side Story so
William
much.
being meaty.
How did we get? That's so ridiculous. Our ability to side chain rant is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so I like as far as like the Lame Johnny thing goes, man. I feel like it's like, whereas My Hands to War, I get to like, I wear a lot of hats, but it's really Justin. Like I'm like I take what Justin gives me and go, okay, how do I get this to how do I turn this into something everyone else can see? Like I do the video, I do the design, I made the goddamn font for fuck's sake. Like
As attached as you are to that band, you're also probably the most attached because you have to separate yourself from it.
right, so I have to like deliver it. I have to take what you give us in the shed and what we all work on, and kind of find a way to like cram it into a package and deliver it. Whereas like Lame Johnny, it's just like, let's all just be ourselves.
Yeah.
Whatever comes out of our fingertips, let's just write that.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll give Cody pointers, but like 98%, Cody just writes all his own shit. And it's
Yeah.
just like, this is so fucking easy.
Yeah,
Like-
it really is.
Justin gets to write all of his drum parts, minus like I might be like, that's maybe too much. Like pull that back, maybe go to the toms instead.
But
Like,
even when I do pull it back and go to the toms instead and all that stuff, it serves the song better, and it's something that.
but at the
probably
same
s-
time, you guys give me pointers on guitars. Even fucking Kaylee gives us pointers.
Yeah.
She's like, "What if you just did this instead?" And we're like, "Oh shit!" Like, oh okay. So we're like, Lame Johnny's like an open perspective band. Like,
Yes.
if you come to practice and you're just like, "Man, what if you just like did this thing?" And it's like, "Oh shit!" Like, cool. That's a way better idea than what we were gonna do.
Right.
That sounds fucking great.
Well, no, I like it that way too, because like you said, we all kind of do our own things, but we all make just like a simplified bullshit version first.
Yeah.
And then we kind of figure out our playroom, and then we kind of play off each other. Like, all right, he takes this part over, so like I'm gonna do my thing, do that. But as soon as he gets done, I got a little time to add a little something to this. Like, fuck it, let's make
Right.
this a little more fun.
Right.
And even if we've been playing it for a year, I've changed some shit up where I can
guys
just like throw
Definitely
some
have.
shit in.
Dude, when you crossed like one of those thresholds where you got like you were one style and then you got better, and it was noticeable. Like you literally went from like I'm good at root notes, I hit all my notes, I'm solid, this is what I'm gonna play, to like, oh, I can freestyle this a little bit, and like it's 1,000 like Snake. 1,000% noticeable the difference in like the original bass line to nowadays bass line. Fucking Black Winter, same thing. Like you're like "Ooh, doo, 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 doo," and before you were just like single noting it. Like
That's what
you
I'm
were
saying.
on
I
the
like to get like the root down and just be like, all right, this is what we're doing, and then try to improve on that.
Yeah.
and
And you do.
because I'm like, all right, cool, this song's good. Like
Yeah.
I'm still like just trying to fucking like make shit better like as I go.
Well, it's
but
like
that
us,
game has fucking literally helped out a shit ton.
It's called
honestly.
Rocksmith?
Yeah. Like it came out in 2014. It's the second one. But like, I mean, I still play it, and like, because I can play. I've been trying to get better at guitar just in general, so that's helping me with like chords and shit. But then like I can plug my bass into it too, and then I can do shit on that.
Yeah, explain that shit to people. Explain that game to people, because like it has helped you. Like, not that you were shitty. You weren't shitty when you came around. You were actually good.
But I hadn't played for fucking years when I first started playing.
Way better than when you started.
No, yeah,
and
for
you
sure.
were good when you started.
I mean, I credit most of that to y'all though, definitely, because like y'all are way better than I am. So I'm like, fuck, all right, I gotta step
I
my
mean,
shit up a little
you're
bit.
right, but continue.
Explain that game though, because I feel like a lot of people could actually benefit from.
Okay, I'm gonna go
that game.
stab him real quick, and then I'm gonna come back. And then...
Here, I got a knife. Just don't open it around him. Whoa! It makes him sick.
Well, no, it's Guitar Hero for actual musicians. Like, you get it, and like you can, if you just want to learn a song, they've got a lot of preloaded songs, or you can buy songs for like $1.99 each, or you can buy like a pack for like $8, and it'll usually come with like 3 songs. But you're paying $2 to learn how to actually play that song. So like it starts you out like you can do it like straight, put me on expert, like show me exactly what it is, and it'll show you the exact notes and everything. But like what I like about it has progressive learning. So like it'll start you out the most basic shit. Like, okay, cool, this is going to be like a 1 on the top, 2 on the next one, and a 3 on the bottom. It'll start you out just that 1, and you start nailing that. All right, cool. So it'll add that second string in. It'll notice you're nailing that section. Well, then eventually it'll get to, and it shows you the bars where like everything's at. So you know if something's real hard because it'll have a really tall bar,
right? And
then shit that's really easy, it'll just have a real low one, and it'll turn purple like once you mastered that section. So if you're like really good at like the verse, it'll fucking keep knocking that verse up. But if you're not as good at the solo, it'll keep that kind of your level of it. So it's literally just like tailored to you. So like it'll start out, like I said, just like a 2-finger note, and then end up being a 4-finger chord. But like it'll show you like, all right, it'll say 1 on the 3 fret and then 3 on the 2nd fret on the next string. So you'll know, okay, eventually I need my 1st finger on this one, my 3rd one on this one. So then you're like, that's weird. Why would I do that? But then they introduce that next chord or that next note to it. So then you're like, okay, because that makes it easy for me to put my finger here and actually make the chord. And like shit like that. So like it eventually teaches you how to play the song, but it does it at your own speed. But it gives you like every section.
But it gives you like proper lead-in technique and everything. Like your finger. So like, yeah, I'm writing the 1 now, but like if my ring finger is at the 3rd fret but not pressing down on the 2nd string, it's gonna be
right.
And if I have it resting there, it's gonna be just an instantaneous push down and skip to that string.
Right, because like I can do this and like, oh, I can use my 1st finger, but for some reason I want to use my 3rd. And like it'll be the only note, and like that's weird. But then, like I said, it eventually throws it in. So it's like, oh, okay, now it makes sense because this one's gonna go here.
It builds technique too.
No, right.
Like it shows you how to play,
like,
but also builds
but they have different things too. So it'll be like it'll show you have like an X in it if it's just a palm mute. If you do harmonic, it's got like a little bullseye, so you know like that's what you're doing there.
Okay.
And then like if you don't just want to do that, they have mini games too. So like, hey, I need to work on my slides. They have a slide mini game where there's like a spaceship, and like you have to go that way, and it's like you slide from like 5 to 7. Like,
I have seen that.
Yeah, you can like do that, and like you're playing a little mini game while you're doing it, and it's teaching you how to slide. Or like, hey, I don't know how to do palm mutes very well, so like here I'm gonna play the palm mute mini game, and it's like totally different.
That's so like fucking shit,
so it's
dude.
Like, it's like Mario Party, but for guitar.
Yes.
What the fuck?
But you can also, just like Guitar Hero, you can play multiple people at the same time.
Right.
So like somebody can play lead, somebody can play rhythm, somebody can play bass, but it shows you like the actual things.
That's fucking dope.
And instead of just the fingers that comes through, it'll show you like, okay, this is E minor or whatever.
So it'll actually show you the chord too?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! So it actually teaches you notation and theory and shit.
Right. But like I said, it's fun. It's I can sit there and just fuck around and just do my own thing, just whatever. But like that's just a funner way. Like, hey, I'm kind of playing a video game, but I'm also actually learning shit. And like it just helps me
with
like
a little bit more interactive.
Yeah, like finger placement and just how to like move around and shit a lot more.
And honestly, probably plus like buying a copy of Rocksmith is cheaper than buying like an instructional DVD or something.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to learn a song, you pay $2 and it will teach you at your own speed how to play that fucking song.
That's so fucking
because
tight,
you don't have to just go through the song because it's hard. Like the first couple times you go through a song because it's like Guitar Hero. You have no fucking clue like what you're gonna do. Guitar Hero, there's 5 buttons,
Right.
so it's gonna be somewhere right here. You don't really have to move. That is the whole fucking guitar.
Does it come with a guitar? Or do you have to have like your own guitar?
They do have where they give you like a Les Paul like starter. It's a junior, so it's not a a 3/4 size, I
Right.
guess. But like I didn't get that. I just bought the thing because I got that Epiphone that I've had, and so I just used that. I brought it over here when I bought it. That once I have a Les Paul Epiphone. I thought the studio one, yeah,
Oh yeah,
right.
with the stickers on it.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got that one, so I just use that. But like I
Okay.
said, I use my bass too because I can do that and like do my own shit because it's totally different. Like they will change everything up.
Right.
'Cause you can, like I said, you can play lead, rhythm, or bass to every song. Basically.
That's fucking cool.
Dude,
Or
if
if there's
that shit
alternate-
existed, dude, when we were trying to play guitar. That's so fucking amazing. You're
you
saying
imagine-
shit you haven't even said to me before. Like, damn, that's cool, dude.
No, it's like I said, it's just fun. Like if I'm by myself at the house, that's what I play a lot because like it's funner than like playing some bullshit mindless game anyway.
Right.
And then I'm actually doing something too. Like,
Dude, that's fucking awesome. Damn.
We're gonna have to go over there and play it.
Oh, I will fuck up.
Well, so
I'm the
that's what's
shittiest
funny
fucking
too is I've
guitar
had
player.
people come over like, oh, that looks fun. Let me try. I'm like, I promise you, it's harder than it looks. They're like, oh no, because they just think, oh, it's a video game. I can just play it. So I'll literally put on the easiest setting, but it's a fucking actual guitar.
Yes.
So like, it's not just 5 buttons. It's goddamn, 97 or like whatever the fuck it is.
It's fucking
And, like,
22 frets, 6
they get-
strings.
yeah, they
you
got,
got
like, 30 seconds of the
4,000
song.
combinations, yeah. You're fucked.
Like,
Have you
oh.
ever played a real guitar? No, then you can't play this game.
Like as I'm saying, like just like you gotta kind of figure out a little bit. You
Let
gotta
me-
kind of know what you're doing a tiny bit.
Let me guess. Smoke on the Water. Track 1.
They do not have that.
no,
well-
I just looked at the song list. Smoke on
They
the Water's
do.
not on there.
There's 2 different games. There is Rocksmith and there's Rocksmith 2014. So they did have different track lists. So there are some songs on the first one that aren't on the second one.
Gotcha.
And like I said, I've only had the second one.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
Rocksmith 2014 has like fucking like Kiss, Muse. The Deer Hunter, the guy from Receiving Into Sirens went to.
Yeah, holy shit.
They have one of his songs on there.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, like Guitar Hero had Under Oath, I remember.
Yeah.
That shit was
Every
cool.
Time I Die, they had the new Black.
Right. Yeah, boy.
That on Guitar Hero 2, because when you pick the new Black, it says there's a quote from Keith Buckley that was specifically for the game. It said, "It's like never give yourself a nickname. Giving yourself a nickname is like," and then he said something just clever like Keith Buckley does, and then it says, "Baby, you got me all wrong."
That's what was weird is those fucking first 2. It was only cover bands. Like none of them were the actual songs.
You talking about on Guitar Hero?
Guitar Hero like 1 and 2, like they didn't have like actual tracks yet because
Oh,
it
yeah.
hadn't caught tractions. It was literally like some songs I'd never heard, so I didn't know, and it was literally just like it's close, but it's not the
Right.
fucking song.
It's close. I think it's 75%. You can't be more than 75% of a cover and then you don't have to pay, I think is the thing.
Or if you're going to sell it, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
has to be 75%
accurate.
different.
Mm-hmm.
So only 25% of it can be the right thing.
Yeah.
So like they'll play it in different keys and
Oh,
they'll
cool. She sent me that video too, so I can show you that.
Oh, really?
Well, I think we've been fucking talking long enough, dude.
Yeah.
Man, this has been fucking awesome,
No,
guys.
this-
I'm really glad, even though tour was fucked up and things happened like weather it was just a lot of shit that was out of our control.
Right.
No, but like I said, that first couple days or so we were kind of freaking out, but then like we were just like, fuck it, let's just do it. Let's just if we're not playing shows, we're fucking hanging out.
Let's just have fun.
And we're on vacation.
Right, we're on
right now.
vacation.
So
Yeah,
then once we
exactly.
started treating it like that, that's when it got better.
Right. And we ate a bunch of badass spots.
That's
like
pretty much the highlight. is we ate a lot
right.
of fucking food.
We literally didn't go on tour. We went on a food journey. Like
And just happened to play music every now and again.
I have side note, I have also introduced one of my friends to the chicken biscuit now at Waffle House last night, actually.
Seriously?
He's like, hey man, what are you up to tonight? I was like, I'm just at the house. I got cut off early from work. He's like, oh, I just spontaneously went to Waffle House. Like, have you ordered yet? No, what? I was like, get this, promise. He's like, really, dude? Like, I'm already gonna get the All-Star. Like, I was like, just fucking get it. It's $3. Tell me what you think. He's like, I'm gonna slap you if this isn't good. I'm like, all right, cool. And like, he ate everything. He's like, I don't know. I've only got this. Like, take a bite before it's gets cold. Like, whatever. And he took one bite. He's like, oh my God. Like, this is fucking fantastic. And he's like, I'm about to throw up because I'm about to eat this whole thing. It's like, you got to.
That's a great way to end it. Secret weapon at Waffle House, and I'm not
chicken
making
bi-
this shit
chicken
up.
biscuit.
Fucking chicken
The
biscuit.
chicken biscuit. You have, if you're a pickle guy, that's fine. But if you hate pickles, you have to say no pickles because they come on the plate.
No, I've never got a. I've ordered it 4 times since then. I've never got a pickle.
Okay, well that's weird. That's weird because every time I'm just like, yo, leave them pickles in the can.
Does it come on the side?
Yeah,
usually?
yeah. Well, the problem with me is I have a
You just don't like pickles.
I have
It's
taste
fucking
aversion
weird.
problems.
Well,
like,
you and me
Taste
are the same though. It's not really like flavor; it's texture.
but if the pickle, I hate pickles so much that the smell fucking makes me.
Oh,
angry.
really?
And like, I hate them.
Have
I
you
fucking hate
Have you
pickles.
tried every kind of pickles?
I don't care.
The main.
I
ones.
don't care.
They're different.
I know
No,
the
just-
buttered ones, whatever. I don't
Listen,
care.
that's
The pickles,
that's
if they touch the meat, I will pull that part off. Fuck you, I don't want
That's
it.
like jalapenos for me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You can tell if that motherfucker's been on
Right.
something.
You don't
And you
like
can.
like.
Pickles are the
I
same
don't honestly.
I don't. I mean, you know,
I can eat
habanero's way better.
I can
love
eat
habanero.
shit with
Oh,
it on
yeah.
there, but like it definitely stains whatever
Yes,
is
it
there
does.
with
Like
its fucking
banana.
flavor,
If
no
you
matter
put
what.
banana in anything, guess what? Banana, bitch.
But see, like lettuce is like that for me too. Like I can tell. I can tell.
Fuck lettuce.
Oh,
And it's
because
asshole.
it gives you fucking E. coli. I've
Fuck
been
yeah,
right
fucking
all these
lettuce is
goddamn
killing people
years.
left and right. We were just at Sam's Club yesterday. Guess what? No goddamn lettuce anywhere. Fuck lettuce. You put one strand, I can smell it in the bag of tacos.
I can tell.
Yes,
I can fucking tell
smell
if you accidentally
It's
put it
the
on there.
Shittiest. It's fucking water leaves.
Thank
is
you.
all it is.
Thank you.
It's literally shit. It means nothing.
It's my food's food.
Fuck. All right, that's a great way to end it. Fuck lettuce, and fuck you if you eat lettuce, you fucking bunch of rabbits.
The new devil's lettuce.
The new devil's lettuce. Yeah. E. coli, lettuce, death toll, hundreds. Weed, still 0. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Anyhow, thank you, everybody. We're back. Next week, we got a fucking stellar fucking guest. I think it's next week. What's next weekend's date, Justin? Tell me.
the second.
Jared. Boom.
Jared
Ives.
Ives. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Jared Ives is going to be on the podcast, everybody. He's fucking amazing. Obviously, if you're local, you clearly know who the fuck I'm talking about. If you don't, well, just get ready because he's a badass motherfucker. And we have been Lame Johnny. Yeah, the whole band's here.
We have been
The
Lame
whole
Johnny.
crew showed up. Anyway,
We might be Lame Johnny tomorrow as well. We'll see.
well, tomorrow's my hands to war, so
That's right.
get your days right, bitch.
Sorry.
Thank you, everybody, for fucking listening. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back in this chair, in my house, talking to my fucking friends about all the neat shit. And without anything left, Cody, nothing?
No, I'm good.
Justin?
I mean, fuck you guys for saying fuck lettuce, but fuck lettuce.
And also from me, as always, thank you for listening. Spaceball.